of Greenland. Early this morning, he posted an AI image on Truth Social of himself planting an American flag there with a sign reading Greenland, U.S. territory established 2026. Well, for now, it's actually part of Denmark, a NATO ally that insists Greenland's not for sale. In another Trump post, the president wrote he had a good discussion with NATO's leader and he'll attend a meeting at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. U.S. Ambassador to NATO Matt Whitaker tells Fox,
"Nobody has strengthened NATO more than President Trump. Nobody has brought an energy and the necessary capabilities to the table."
In another Truth post, President Trump called the anti-ICE protesters inside a Minnesota church Sunday troublemakers who should be thrown in jail or out of the U.S. Fox's Doug Luzader reports.
Minnesota's attorney general says protesters who stormed that church did not violate what's called the Federal FACE Act, but the Justice Department may not see it that way.
What you saw there was anti-Christian, anti-law enforcement rioters.
Deputy U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche telling Fox this is a civil rights investigation. They're celebrating in Indiana a college football national championship led by their Heisman Trophy winning quarterback.
He's going to take off and run. Mendoza weaves his way first.
Fernando Mendoza's fourth quarter touchdown ended up the game winner on ESPN. Indiana beat Miami 27-21. The Hoosiers, who've never had much football success, complete a perfect 16-0 season. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG.
No one.
We're heading for a high of 48. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 6:08. 18 in Neosho, 18 in Pittsburgh. It's 18 in Galena, 18 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. And on your smart speaker, News Talk KZRG. Abortion safety takes center stage as Missouri's trial enters its second week.
Well, the state is trying to make the case that the potential for complications justifies strict regulations on abortion providers, and other pro-lifers say the risks associated with abortion don't just exist in the abstract. Real Missouri women have suffered. But experts called by Planned Parenthood say that's not the case. Abortion, they add, presents less risks than many medical procedures, including childbirth. We'll continue to follow it all for you. I'm Ty Albright for News Talk KZRG.
A Joplin AI data center? The City Council is set to decide on annexing and rezoning land on the southwest side of town, which is a key step that could enable development. But Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez told News Talk KZRG.
I've seen a lot of stuff, especially on social media, is that I've already made up my mind this is going to happen because I'm going to get rich off this deal. I'm willing to show my tax returns to anybody. It's not going to happen. I don't have any vested interest. I don't own this property. I don't have any interest in it. I do know the owner. I have talked to the owner, but we're going to have a great conversation about it tomorrow night. I expect the council chambers to be full. I expect this to go for a long time, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to decide what's best for the city of Joplin.
The mayor says nothing is finalized, so let the council know how you feel at their public hearing tonight at 602 South Main Street, 5th floor, starting at 6 p.m.
Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe is rolling out a new executive order that he says is designed to streamline how state government works. It's called Government Great, and he says it lines up with President Trump's push to improve efficiency across government, including the initiative known as DOGE.
This will not only involve members of the cabinet, but business leaders from successful Missouri-made companies. They will recommend solutions to both my office and the General Assembly to increase efficiency, eliminate waste, and improve accountability.
Kehoe says it's time for the state budget to look the way it did before the pandemic. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 18 at 605 News Talk KZRG.
Well, it's been a while since we've heard from former Southwest Missouri Congressman Billy Long, but he did make the news this weekend when apologizing for joking about making Iceland the 52nd state. Billy Long was recently nominated to be the ambassador to Iceland after he served as the IRS commissioner for less than 2 months last summer. Long said he did not mean to offend anyone in Iceland.
He used to run a business in Neosho. Now 42-year-old Blake Altman is being extradited to the state of Texas for child porn charges. Altman's arrest this past week is similar to charges that he faced more than a decade ago for possessing explicit images of kids. Altman served a few years in prison before being released in 2021. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In the college football playoffs, the national title was decided last night with number 1 ranked Indiana beating number 10 ranked Miami 27-21. The Hoosiers finished the season a perfect 16-0 on the way to their first national title. In NBA action, the OKC Thunder beat Cleveland 136-104. The Thunder are 36-8 on the year. In prep basketball, the Carl Junction boys beat Lighthouse Senior 72-34. The Monette boys beat McCauley 50-32. The Kickapoo girls beat Carthage 66-18. Glendale beat the Joplin girls 46-24. And the Liberal girls beat Thomas Jefferson 46-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 6:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here's your KZRG forecast. We'll have some cold mornings ahead this week. It warms up through midweek only to get hit by more cold air by the end of the week, maybe even teens for highs by next Saturday. Clear skies, 18 at sunrise, sunny on Tuesday, afternoon high 47. I'm meteorologist Mark Thibodeau in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather's a service of Indigo Sky Casino, proud to announce the opening of their luxurious dining experience. Shawano Steak and Spirits, prime cuts, elevated experience. That's Shawano Steak and Spirits. Visit IndigoSkyCasino.com for details.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's 18 in Neosho, 18 in Pittsburgh, 18 in Galena, 18 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 6:08.
It always starts the same way. A sudden fever, tired eyes, and a little voice saying, "I feel sick." It's after hours, but you need help now. So you search for help and find a place where care doesn't wait. AFC Urgent Care Joplin. Get fast care, fast answers, and fast relief, all when you need it most. Get to AFC Urgent Care, just behind Starbucks at 4th and Range Line in Joplin. AFC Urgent Care. The right care right now.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Captid Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
I paid thousands of dollars for her. She has a moonroof that you can't see out of. She has the cool upgraded wheels that are covered in gunk. And she's the prettiest color if you could just see it under all that dirt.
Why aren't you taking care of that beauty? I used to be bad about it too, but now I wash my car with my phone.
Hurricane Car Wash makes it easy to keep your ride beautiful. And it all starts with their Touch 4 Wash app. Use it to buy your Hurricane Car Wash monthly membership and save money. Prepay through the app for a discount, receive loyalty points to earn perks, or give the gift of a clean vehicle with a Hurricane Car Wash gift card. Need help managing fleet accounts? The Touch 4 Wash app makes it easy. Get unlimited daily washes in the Soft Touch or Touch-Free bays 24/7 at all 3 of their locations, 2 in Carthage and 1 in Webb City, and free vacuums. See how easy it is to wash your car with your phone. Download the Touch 4 Wash app today or find out more at hurricanecarwash.net. When the only thing strong enough to fight the dirt is a hurricane. Hurricane Car Wash.
The latest is always heard on News Talk KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
18 in Joplin, 18 in Pittsburgh, 18 in Miami, 18 in Neosho. Jose Frio is what it feels like out this morning.
Yeah, it's going to be cold, but it's going to be warming up today. We've got a forecast of sunshine, according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. 46 for the high today, mostly clear, down to 30 tonight. Sunny with a high of 48 for tomorrow. Mostly clear tomorrow night, 25, 46, and mostly sunny on Thursday. Mostly cloudy, 22 on Thursday night, cloudy, and 29 for the high on Friday. Then, starting on Friday night, Saturday, and Saturday night, a chance of snow. Likely after midnight on Friday night. Cloudy with the overnight low down to 8 above. Saturday, a chance of snow, mostly cloudy and cold with the high near 16. Chance of snow on Saturday night before midnight, mostly cloudy with the overnight low down to around 5, so we've got some snow on the way. We'll be talking with KZRG meteorologist at 7:25 this morning.
Yes, we will. Don't forget, Chris Plant joining us at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton will be here at 11, Sean Hannity at 2, and, of course, Mark Levin cracking the mic at 5 tonight. Speaking of tonight, at 6 tonight in Joplin at 602 South Main Street, that's City Hall on the 5th floor. That's City Council chambers. Big City Council meeting today for a number of reasons, notably, of course, talk of a data center going into the city. That conversation that you are invited to and are able to voice your opinion at is happening tonight. Now, just a little quick explainer. I put this out on our Facebook page yesterday, but a very brief explainer as to how this works in case you weren't aware. The city council is not voting yes or no on a data center. That's not what they're voting on. They're voting yes or no on annexing a parcel of land, bringing it into the fold of the city limits, at which point all parcels of land that are annexed into the city immediately become zoned for housing. You annex the land, you're allowed to build a house. That's the first vote. Will they bring it into the fold? The second vote that they're having tonight, is will they rezone that land to allow for heavy industrial? If they do that, then the private owner of that land can then build heavy industrial, whichever industry he wants. He could build a giant tractor factory, he could build a giant space factory, or he could build a giant data center. And he's probably going to build a data center. So that's how it works. The city council isn't directly responsible, yay or nay, for data center. It's these steps that sort of work the stage to allow the private owner to build the data center. So if you're really passionately for getting a data center, you could show up tonight and say, hey, this is why I think a data center would be good for the community. If you're really passionately against the data center, show up tonight and say, hey, here's why I think it would be disastrous, so on and so forth. That's happening tonight. This is democracy at work here. So there you have it. Tonight, 6 p.m., 602 South Main Street in Joplin, 5th floor. That's where that conversation is happening. Moving on to some national news here. This was kind of a goofy story that at first I thought was just humorous, but then it absolutely took the nation by storm for some reason. It was all over my X feed, as Steve would inform me it's called. A group of software engineers were harassed in Minneapolis by a bunch of protesters because they were mistaken to be ICE agents. Yeah, this group of engineers went out to eat at some local deli in Minneapolis. And while these guys, they were dressed in sweatshirts and jackets, they were dressed pretty casually. They're software engineers. They don't really have a uniform. Their uniform is the neck beard, the fedora, and the thin glasses. Just kidding. But in any case, they went to lunch at this deli, dressed very normally, and then one of them apparently was part of a Signal chat group and part of these online forums that are designed to locate or to spread the word about the location of ICE agents. And basically the reason why is pretty much people got on the internet, formed these groups, and whenever they see an ICE agent, they go, hey, there's an ICE agent on 2nd and Tarval. And then everyone in that chat most of which are anti-ICE protesters, they show up to 2nd and Tarval, and then they yell at ICE agents, and they block them. They block their cars, and they get in the way, and they threaten them, and all that good stuff. So that's a lot. That's how they're coordinating. Well, apparently one of these software engineers was in one of these groups because this software engineer is anti-ICE, reportedly, according to his friend. And while they're at lunch, that very group chat goes off, and they go, "Hey, there's plainclothes agents at this deli. Everyone show up and be super mean to them." And this dude looks at his phone and goes, "Hey, this is the deli we're in." So he starts looking around for the plainclothes agents, and he can't find them. He goes, "Where are these guys?" And then he looks at him and his friends and goes, "Oh my God, that's us. They think we are the plainclothes agents."
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So after they finished, they said, "Dude, let's finish up lunch and let's get the heck out of here." So they do so. And as they're leaving, dozens of anti-ICE protesters had already flocked the restaurant. And as they're leaving the restaurant, dude, it was every expletive you can think of was being hurled at these guys. People were throwing stuff at them, death threats. They were calling them this and that, explaining what they were going to do to their mothers. All this just vile, nasty stuff. And these were just a bunch of software engineers. They just got confused.
So maybe they can sue those rioters.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Would be nice. And not that it means anything at the moment, but yeah, it'd be nice if they could sue him to get back at him.
Also, I have to say to the crowd, to the people that were protesting these software engineers thinking they were ICE agents, I'm sorry. You have to have some serious derangement syndrome of the third kind to confuse software engineers with ICE agents. Let me tell you, I'm going to throw a wide net out here, but a lot of ICE agents are relatively physically fit. Very few software engineers are relatively physically fit. As someone that was born and raised in the Bay Area in Silicon Valley,
Right.
I feel I'm able to say this. Software engineers are nerds, and a lot of them are built like twigs.
Because they sit down a lot and don't eat a lot.
And
They're too busy
nerds.
coding.
Just think of your classic nerd. Now think of that nerd grown up making $280,000 a year and having a brand new Tesla from 2024.
Wow.
Think of that. That's what we're dealing with. And these are the people, this crowd was so dedicated to just yelling at someone and giving death threats to someone that nobody thought, hey, these guys don't really look like ICE agents. Hey, notice how all of them have terrible haircuts and none of them have the buzz cut or the tight on the side, orderly up top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. They just went straight for the jugular for these nerds. It was very goofy to me. But in any case, also I found it a little ironic that one of these software engineers was themselves anti-ICE and part of these signal chats to alert him where there were ICE agents so that way he can go and heckle them. It was a little bit of street universal justice for him to then feel the force of the other side of that pitchfork, no?
I would agree.
I thought so. So anyway, that's what was going on. I wasn't going to bring it up because I thought it was kind of just sort of a kind of a goofy story. But yeah, it was all over the 6 o'clock news. It was all over everyone's Twitter feed. It was a pretty big deal yesterday. So that's what's going on. If you had heard that story, that's what that was. Moving on from there, locally, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe is rolling out a new executive order that he says is designed to streamline how state government works.
This sounds awful familiar.
I know. I wonder if anyone else in the history of politics have ever tried to do this. Oh, wait, all of them ever. His executive order, apparently it's called the Government Great. And he says...
Oh, boy, that's an original name.
Yeah. He says it lines up with Donald Trump's initiatives.
Oh,
doggy. Who would have known?
I'm sorry, Doge.
Yeah, exactly. It lines up sort of with Trump's initiatives to improve efficiency across the government. Obviously, the big name attempt at that was Doge, or Doge, which, by the way, has already been disbanded, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll have more details for you on how the Missouri state government is going to try and clean up their budget a little bit. That's coming up later on this morning. KZRG. KZRG News Time 6:20 as Steve whispers sweet nothings into my ear.
I whispered weather is ready.
Thank you.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Denmark ramped up its military presence in Greenland, deploying extra troops to the strategic Arctic territory. This in direct response to President Trump saying the U.S. needs total control over Greenland. Are global tensions rising with our allies?
Number 2.
Midterms are just around the corner, which is making Republicans a little bit nervous because Trump's poll numbers are not as strong as the president would like them to be. Trump's approval rating sits at 42%, with a 55% disapproval rating. To put that in perspective, Trump started his second term with over a 50% approval rating.
Number 1.
Tonight, Joplin residents, you have a chance to voice your opinion on annexing about 540 acres of land that could turn into a data center. This prospect has some concern it could raise energy prices, while others think it'd be a great opportunity for the community. That meeting gets underway tonight at 6 at Joplin City Hall.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution is the most important one? Why? We want to know. Go to the KZRG Facebook page or leave us an open mic message. Let us hear your thinking. Which amendment to the United States Constitution is the most important one, and why? Coming up next, what's going on with your money on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The sun is shining, the temperatures warming back up. Typical January the next couple of days. 48 this afternoon, 49 tomorrow, 45 the high Thursday. Arctic air starts to show up Friday, and then the possibility of some snow, perhaps accumulating snow by Saturday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
I say we set some goals together this year.
Ooh, I like it. Let's make some changes. Hey, let's travel. Let's save money. Let's lose 30 pounds.
Whoa, take it easy there. Let's start with 15 pounds. I want goals that we can actually accomplish.
I would like to feel more accomplished.
Agreed. I know what we'll do. We'll start with a call to Begaway.
Okay. And exactly how will that make me feel more accomplished?
Good morning, everyone. Tell me, what's going on, man? How have you been? Sarisa, good morning. Whatever happened to the black turtleneck? Oh, I assure you it still exists. You know, as a matter of fact, I might wear it this week. Now that it's actually kind of chilly. It's been a little too warm for it the last, so far this month. But now that we're getting down to the teens finally, I might have to bust it out. Bust the rhymes.
New year, new diet, new workout, new you? Those New Year resolutions never stick. What about New Year, new space you actually enjoy? Declutter your home with a roll-off dumpster from Reliable Roll-Offs and create a space you can come home to and truly relax and enjoy. Whether your cleanup job is big or small, Reliable Roll-Offs can deliver the right size roll-off within 24 hours.
Estimate at ReliableRolloffs.net. When you're counting on a job well done, you need Reliable Roll-Offs.
Where did you get that smile? Joplin Family Dental.
If you've been putting off going to the dentist out of fear, you're not alone.
A lot of people sit in our chairs and confess the same thing every day.
But here's the part they never expect.
How comfortable they can feel going to the dentist with safe and effective sedation dentistry.
It's designed to help calm your fears before you ever walk through our doors.
You stay relaxed, comfortable, and in control of any nerves or anxiety from start to finish.
So if you're ready to finally face your fear,
we're here to help you take that first step towards a better dental experience with sedation dentistry.
And we promise you won't be doing it alone.
Call Joplin Family Dental to discover the comfortable way to a new smile.
Or schedule an appointment at our new Carthage location today.
You can also learn more at joplindental.com.
Where did you get that smile? Joplin Family Dental.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. United Airlines has announced it is reintroducing daily nonstop service between Pittsburgh International Airport and Los Angeles International Airport with flights starting March 29th. United will become the third airline to offer this route. U.S. Steel's acquisition last year by Japan's Nippon Steel came with a notable condition to win approval from the Trump administration, a so-called golden share that gives President Trump the power to approve certain major corporate decisions, including closing plants or changing locations. However, CEO David Burritt said there's nothing in this golden share that prevents us from doing what we want to do. OpenAI says it will soon start showing advertisements to ChatGPT users who aren't paying for a premium version of the chatbot. The artificial intelligence company said it hasn't yet rolled out ads, but will start testing them in the coming weeks. It's the latest effort by the San Francisco-based company to make money from ChatGPT's more than 800 million users. Futures are sharply lower, with the Dow dropping more than 700 points. That's your money now.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Clay Travis here and Buck Sexton. Make your day better and come hang with us from 11 to 2 p.m. right here on News Talk KZRG.
We talk news, politics, sports, and also some fun culture stuff too.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
.627 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
Lucas Davis.
It's going to be sunny today. We're expecting a high of 46. Tonight, mostly clear down to 30. Sunny with a high near 48 tomorrow. But get ready for the weekend. Starting Friday night, we've got a possibility of snow. Could be accumulating snow. More details coming up with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. That'll be at 7:25.
Mm-hmm. And at 7:10, don't forget, we're going to be joined by Jimmer. He is a very big part of what is going on with the potential of Joplin getting a data center. That's coming up at 7:10. We're going to be talking to him directly about these goals, so on and so forth. Coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here at around 6:40, we're going to be taking a little look at some of Steve's favorite road work.
I didn't even get to hit it.
I know. I beat you to the punch. So we have a little bit of a road work update coming up for you in about 10 minutes here. Later on, talk of Greenland. There's been some developments out that way for the United States. And also, of course, don't forget Chris Plant joining us at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11, Sean Hannity at 2, and Mark Levin at 5. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
At 6:29, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. Investigation into Minnesota church protest.
U.S.-Europe relations close.
Anti-ICE nationwide protest on the way. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG, heading for a high of 48. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 6:38. It's 19 in Neosho, 19 in Pittsburgh, 18 in Galena, 18 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG. The Justice Department investigating after anti-ICE protesters stormed into a Minnesota church over the weekend, protesting a pastor who works for ICE. Doug Luzader reports from Washington.
Former CNN host Don Lemon joined with protesters who believed one of the pastors at a church in St. Paul had connections to ICE. Lemon defended his actions, saying this in a statement: "It's notable that I've been cast as the face of a protest I was covering as a journalist, especially since I wasn't the only reporter there. That framing is telling. I stand by my reporting." Lemon has said that racism is a part of the ongoing immigration enforcement efforts. He has also said that some of his critics have a sense of entitlement based on white supremacy.
U.S.-Europe relations have never been closer, says Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, despite the dispute over Greenland.
It's a time for cool heads, says Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent.
Relax. I am confident that the leaders will not escalate and that this will work out in a manner that ends up in a very good place for all.
That's despite Germany's finance minister describing as blackmail President Trump's threat to place tariffs on countries who oppose his plan to acquire Greenland. French President Emmanuel Macron has texted President Trump to say, "I do not understand what you are doing on Greenland." They will be among dozens of world leaders in Switzerland this week at the World Economic Forum. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Anti-ICE protesters are going to take to the streets all across the country.
The Free America Walkout is asking Americans to walk out of school and work today in protest of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. The Women's March is the main organizer, having also been behind the massive nationwide protest the day after President Trump's first inauguration in 2017. Protests and walkouts are scheduled across the country to mark the one-year anniversary of the president's second inauguration. The administration has aggressively defended its ICE operations, arguing the Department of Homeland Security is making America safer by getting dangerous criminals off the streets. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
18 at 6:32. News Talk, KZRG.
Word of a possible AI data center being built in Joplin has caused an uproar online. Mayor Keenan Cortez says no decision has been made.
I would like for everybody to just take a deep breath for a minute. Let's calm down. We haven't had a public hearing yet. I've heard from a lot of people, and I've gotten a lot of emails, and I've tried to read many of them, but we haven't heard from everybody. We've got some people coming into town that's going to talk to us about stuff. The landowner is going to come and talk to us about stuff. I'm sure we're going to have citizens come and talk to us about things. Let's have the conversation before we make decisions on, which camp we're going to get in.
Make your voice heard at their public hearing tonight at 6 p.m. at City Hall at 6th and Main on the 5th floor. The Show Me State took home the top beer brewing prize in D.C. this week.
Republican U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt and Democratic U.S. Congressman Wesley Bell teamed up to win the Brew Democracy Cup with their creation, Arch Light Lager. The event, sponsored by Anheuser-Busch, paired political rivals to craft unique recipes. Congressman Bell, when asked about the friendly competition, said this is what bipartisanship is supposed to be about. Senator Schmidt said, "Greatest day of my life. We brewed the greatest beer in America. Couldn't have done it without Wesley Bell." A rare moment of cheers on Capitol Hill, proving that even in a divided Congress, everyone can agree on a good Missouri brew. Ethan Thomas, News Talk KZRG.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. It's 18 at 6:33, going on 6:34. News Talk KZRG.
Missouri Governor Mike Keogh's proposed a $54.5 billion state budget for the coming fiscal year. Keogh says it's time for Missouri's budget to return to pre-COVID levels.
Since fiscal year 22, over 3,400 new budget items have been added at the cost of nearly $13 billion in new general revenue spending. This does not include federal dollars. All of this demonstrates the historic imbalance we now must fix. Government has clearly grown too large.
Keogh says he signed Government Gray, an executive order that brings Missouri business leaders and state staff together to recommend ways to streamline government, cut waste, and improve accountability.
The TV show Star Search returns with a twist.
Star Search is back, and they are doing it live on Netflix beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern. The 5-week event will air new episodes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Anthony Anderson hosts with Jelly Roll, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Chrissy Teigen serving as judges on the show, which originally ran between 1983 and 1995 and was hosted by Ed McMahon.
But the most important judge is you.
Vote in real time for your favorite stars as they compete head-to-head.
It will feature singers, dancers, comedians, and magicians battling it out to become the next star. The original show saw several stars perform before they became famous, like Beyonce, Britney Spears, and Dave Chappelle. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
I remember when Britney Spears was on that show, believe it or not, with Ed McMahon as the host. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In the college football playoffs, the national title was decided last night with number 1 ranked Indiana beating number 10 ranked Miami 27-21. The Hoosiers finished the season a perfect 16-0 on the way to their first national title. In NBA action, the OKC Thunder beat Cleveland 136-104. The Thunder are 36-8 on the year. In prep basketball, the Carl Junction boys beat Lighthouse Senior 72-34. The Monette boys beat McCauley 50-32. The Kickapoo girls beat Carthage 66-18. Glendale beat the Joplin girls 46-24. And the Liberal girls beat Thomas Jefferson 46-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free of charge at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott along with Lucas Davis. Next news at 7 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The sun is shining. The temperatures warming back up. Typical January the next couple of days. 48 this afternoon, 49 tomorrow, 45 the high Thursday. Arctic air starts to show up Friday, and then the possibility of some snow, perhaps accumulating snow by Saturday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's 18 now in Neosho, 18 in Pittsburgh, 18 in Carl Junction, 18 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 6:37.
Not all automobiles are created equal. They can all get you around, but you need to look at the pros and cons of each one and decide which works best for you. When it comes to mortgages, the same rules apply. Not all are created equal. Make sure you get the loan that works best for you at Community Bank and Trust. Factors like interest rates, closing costs, and other options can make each mortgage or refinance drastically different. So if you're looking to buy or refinance your home, you want to have local lenders who know the area and will make certain to get you the best options available at Community Bank and Trust. You won't find pushy salesmen, but you will find neighbors that will give you accurate information and will help you find the mortgage that works best for you. Get started at one of the local employee-owned CBT locations or apply online in as little as 10 minutes at cbthomebank.com. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important, it's in our name. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 580491.
When your pet feels her best, you can see it. In every wag, every stretch, every happy moment. They truly are my best friends. And that's why I really want to make sure I'm doing everything I can to keep them healthy and happy.
At Pinnacle Vet Clinic in Neosho, grooming is more than a beauty routine. It's an important part of keeping your pet healthy, inside and out. Regular grooming helps maintain healthy skin and coat, keeps ears clean, and nails neatly trimmed. Little details like that make a big difference in your pet's comfort and well-being. And you can trust the same Pinnacle Vet Clinic team for your regular vet visits and grooming, which makes it easier on you and your dog. They take the time to make each grooming visit relaxing and safe, so every pet feels cared for and comfortable. Help your pets thrive with a grooming appointment with Pinnacle Vet Clinic. Find them online at pinnaclevetclinic.com or on Facebook. When you want the best for your pets, go to Pinnacle Vet Clinic on Hammer Road in Neosho.
My name is Brandy. I am the lead assistant for Team Dental of Joplin, and this is Hadley. She is one of my favorite patients here at Team Dental of Joplin. Hadley, what do you want to be when you grow up?
The answer to that question is a dentist.
What made you decide you want to be a dentist?
Just seeing how they work and how nice and fun it is. They always are introducing new staff members to me and telling them all about how I want to be a dentist when I grow up and how Dr. Lemus is super funny. They like the Chiefs, so probably if you like the Chiefs, you should probably go there.
Absolutely. Hadley is the model patient at Team Dental of Joplin. She always does a great job when we have her in the chair.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole family. Learn more at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea.
Yes, Teresa, Don Lemon, in my opinion, just fully sucks. That guy just blows.
He's become a real lemon.
Yeah, boo.
Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's Veozah.com. Paid for by Stellus Pharma.
The world moves fast, so tune in to me, Mark Levin, every weekday starting at 5 on News Talk KZRG for the latest news, politics, and commentary. You won't want to miss it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be sunny today, according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. The high today around 46. Wind chill values as low as 7 early on. Winds are going to be out of the south, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear, down to 30. Tomorrow, sunny and 48. Wind chill values as low as 25 early on. Winds are going to be out of the west, and they're going to be becoming light and variable by afternoon tomorrow. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, 25. Mostly sunny and 46 on Thursday. Friday, cloudy with a high of 29. Then Friday night, a 4-letter word is coming into the forecast. Possibility of snow.
Oh.
Yeah, snow likely mainly after midnight on Friday night. Cloudy with a low down to 8. Saturday, a chance of snow, mostly cloudy and cold with a high of only 16. And then Saturday night, a chance of snow mainly before midnight, mostly cloudy with a low of around 5 above. So it could be our first accumulating snow of the year and of the winter season. Could be.
By the way, possibility of snow is way more than just 4 letters, my good friend.
Well, snow is S-N-O-W. That's 4 letters.
Oh.
You know, California people like you, that's kind of hard to add that up.
Listen. Here's what we do know, us Californians, as a fact, is there is an infinite number of genders, okay? We got that on lockdown.
I thought it was up to 57 or something.
No,
like
infinite,
that.
please, Steve.
Infinite. Okay.
But yeah, no, definite possibility of snow happening this weekend. So please keep that in mind. Make sure your vehicle is ready for it. And if it's not, that's not good. Definitely go ahead and make sure you're gassed up. Go ahead and make sure that your tires are looking good. And while we're at it, today's Tuesday, News Talk KZRG and Zimmer Marketing, we are hosting a friendly little competition called Guess Joplin's First Snowfall. And if you win, you get yourself a year's supply of car wash from Hurricane Car Wash. That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Free car washes at Hurricane Car Wash for an entire year, which is pretty sweet. So here's how it works. Go to newstalkkzrg.com, our new and improved website. Click on the Guess Joplin's First Snowfall contest and enter your guess. And basically, the way we measure it is whoever can guess the right day and time, basically, of when Joplin is going to get its first accumulation of 1 inch of snow or more, measured not at your front porch, not at your back door, not at your grandma's house, at the Joplin Regional Airport.
Which is where the National Weather Service has the official weather station for Joplin.
Once the Joplin Regional Airport says we got an accumulation of 1 inch of snow or more, that is the official date and time. And if you can guess the closest, you get yourself a year's supply of free car washes from Hurricane Car Wash.
All right.
Nice little friendly competition.
Very.
You know what's also super friendly?
Car problems with road construction.
You know what's really friendly? Car.
Sound like a parrot. Car.
We got some road work in the 4 states area. Thank you. Contractor crews are continuing to add rumble strips in multiple locations this week on highways in 4 southeast Kansas counties. Now, again, it's rumble strips. not rumble or rumble stripes, not rumble. Well, the strips. They're individual strips. They're not stripping is the point. So we're fine. Now, yeah.
I was worried about that. I mean, geez, you know what that looked like?
Now, the project started last Monday, January 12th, and should be completed in March. Now, these rumbled strips, they'll be milled into 38.9 miles of total roadway in 4 southeast Kansas counties, starting on US 166 and continuing to US 69. Nice. And then US 169. Also nice. Now, some of the work locations include US 166 in Cherokee County. That's going to be going from just before the 1 mile west mark on US 166 to US 400's intersection east to about half a mile west of the Oklahoma state line.
So that's going to be I believe, to the east of the Baxter Springs area, because there's a 4-lane section of US 400 and US 166 there that takes off just to the east of Baxter Spring and goes to the state line of Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Then there's going to be some work US 69 in Crawford County, just north of US 69 and the K47 junction, which is south of Arma, by the way.
Right. It is also just to the east, about 7 miles from Girard.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to be heading north about a little more than half a mile south of 680th Avenue.
Which is north of Arma, between Arma and Fort Scott.
Yeah, so you can expect to start seeing a little bit of road work there. That work zone will be taking up one of the 4-lane highway. They're going to just be running it. They're also doing some work in southeast Kansas on US 169 in Neosho County, not Neosho, Missouri, Neosho County, Kansas.
And I believe that's going to be near the town of Erie, Kansas, if I remember correctly, on that particular intersection and roadway.
Mm-hmm. They're going to be working from basically 3 miles north of K47 north, and they're going to be heading north to the Allen County line. Now, this work zone excludes the 4-lane section of US 169 for obvious reasons. They're doing that elsewhere. And the work zone will have a pilot car to guide you if you travel along that route.
So they have a car that can fly, a pilot car.
It's true. It's very impressive. And by the way, the car itself doesn't fly, but if you were to put that vehicle in the cockpit of an airplane, it would know which buttons to push to properly take an airplane off.
That is important.
Yes, that is a very important distinction to make there. Then they're also going to be doing some work on 169 in Allen County from the Neosho County line north about 2 miles. And the next work zone will start 5 miles north of the Neosho County, Kansas line and continue about 3 miles south to US 54 junction.
That goes in the area of around Chanute, Kansas.
Mm-hmm. So just keep that in mind. There's also going to be a pilot car for that region as well. I know we just threw a lot of numbers and mileage and intersections and all sorts of towns at you. If you heard us say something and you're like, oh, wait a second, that's vaguely on my route, or I think I kind of know where that area is, I think I travel that, you can go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on this article, and you can get the details on that work.
Now, the title of the story is talking about rumble stripping projects.
Yeah, so there you have it. KZRG News Time just before 6:50. Well, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe has issued a call to action to try and right-size the Missouri state budget, which has ballooned noticeably since COVID.
Yeah, because of things like ARPA funds, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. The federal government was printing a bunch of money and then giving it out.
Which caused inflation.
But we got it under control with the Inflation Reduction Act, which famously created more inflation.
That's right, it did. It's kind of like the Affordable Care Act. It was not affordable.
Yeah. I'm going to start a Fight Fires Act, which requires the state start fires in all national forests. Stop Fires Act, everybody.
Stop fires. Yeah, okay. You want the opposite to happen. Now I get it. I get it.
But anyway, basically, Governor Mike Kehoe of Missouri said, look, we need to get this budget under control. It's completely ballooned, and now all those federal COVID grants are going away. And we had, I believe it was like 600-something new expense items on the Missouri state budget since 2022.
Wow. I didn't know it was that many.
It's a ton. So now we need to figure out, okay, Are we going to get rid of them? Are we going to start making cuts in legacy programs that maybe we don't need anymore? Or are we going to have to start raising taxes?
Or a combination of all three.
Mm-hmm. Now, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe said, quote, "This effort will not only involve members of the cabinet, but business leaders from successful Missouri-made companies. They will recommend solutions to both my office and the General Assembly to increase efficiency, eliminate waste, and improve accountability," end quote. And so, again, his ultimate goal is to get the Missouri state budget back to pre-pandemic levels. We'll see if he is successful.
Hope he is. Hope the legislature kind of tuned into the message and does the same thing.
Mm-hmm. KZRG News Time, 6:50.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Denmark ramped up its military presence in Greenland, deploying extra troops to the strategic Arctic territory. This in direct response to President Trump saying the U.S. needs total control over Greenland. Are global tensions rising with our allies?
Number 2.
Midterms just around the corner. That's making Republicans a little bit nervous because Trump's poll numbers are not as strong as the president would like them to be. Trump's approval rating sits at 42% with a 55% disapproval rating. To put that in perspective, Trump started his second term with over 50% approval rating.
Number 1.
Tonight, Joplin residents, you have a chance to voice your opinion on annexing about 540 acres of land that could turn into a data center. The prospect has some concern it could raise energy prices, while the others think it would be a great opportunity for the community. That meeting gets underway tonight at 6 at Joplin City Hall at 6th and Main.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk, KZRG.
Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution is the most important one? Why? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook, or leave us an open mic message. We'd love to hear it. Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution is the most important one? Why? Coming up, what is going on with Hannity's Morning Minute? You can always tune in to Sean Hannity every single weekday starting at 2 on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The sun is shining, the temperatures warming back up. Typical January the next couple of days. 48 this afternoon, 49 tomorrow, 45 the high Thursday. Arctic air starts to show up Friday, and then the possibility of some snow, perhaps accumulating snow by Saturday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Cold weather can present unique challenges for semis. This is Justin with JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair. And this winter, you'll want to be sure to treat your fuel, replace your fuel filters, and check your battery to ensure you're ready for colder weather. But should you find yourself down and out, remember, JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair is here for all your diesel maintenance and repairs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us at 417-438-9461 or visit jlmobilerepair.com.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they've got what you need there.
For generations, our families have serviced customers. Hinkle's Department Store in downtown Macomb, Illinois, Lee's Grocery in Cape Girardeau, Grand Country Homeworks in Grove, and for the past several decades, Hinkle's Ace Hardware. We've grown up understanding the power of a helping hand with the simple belief, service comes first.
And that commitment to being truly helpful is exactly why I decided to join the family business. Hi, this is Colton Hinkle, the second generation carrying on the legacy of Hinkle's Ace Hardware. For 20 years, my parents have built on our family foundation, watching families grow up just like ours.
Our stores are more than hardware. They're a neighborhood tradition built on trust and excellent customer service. We know the products, we know our community, and we know exactly how to help you get the job done right. Hinkle's Ace Hardware in Webb City and Joplin, your locally owned hardware store with neighbors helping neighbors.
Neighbors helping neighbors, Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
Dr. Collins and Associates are Missouri licensed general dentists. They are not licensed in Missouri as specialists in the advertised dental specialty of prosthodontics.
There's an old...
What's up, everybody?
And many times that's true, but not when it comes to your new dentures. You've waited long enough to eat your favorite foods. You haven't smiled with your teeth in years. The wait is over when you go with Mid-America Dental Center.
Yeah, no, Don Lemon sucks.
So you can
smile the same day. No waiting for days or weeks on your dentures. No extra days off of work. You waited long enough. Get started today at midamericadental.com and learn how you can walk away with same-day dentures.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, exit 44, and at midamericadental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Our best for less in a day at Dental Center.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store gets our gardens ready for spring.
Wintertime is the perfect time to go ahead and get your garden ready for spring. Get you some mushroom compost, garden soil, and work it into your garden, and then you'll be ready when the timing is right. You're going to want to start with onions and potatoes mid-March. We offer seed potatoes, onion plants, and onion sets. Think about broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, some of your cold crops late March. And there's some seeds that you're going to want to purchase and get. Come on in and talk to us. We'll help you with the timing of your crops with different good tips to know. It's just a fun hobby to take on and so rewarding when you get those vegetables and taste the difference from store-bought. We will definitely be back in Joplin this spring at the Rock Yard at 8th and Schiffdecker. Really enjoy bringing our product over to the Joplin area.
Get 4 generations of gardening experience at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
There's actually a group of leftists now. They're organizing all over these left-wing cities and states. They're being financed. We don't know from who in every case, but they are, they're creating manuals, an anti-ICE hotline. They're trying to tip off illegals and take away the element of surprise, putting ICE agents in jeopardy. You have lefty TikTokers, according to the New York Post today, orchestrating groups of women to try to bait ICE agents, on these dating websites, I guess Tinder, I don't know, Hinge, all these dating websites, and then try to entice them or flirt with them, and hopefully they all send naked pictures to each other. I mean, just as a way of entrapping them.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Listen, if you're still suffering from the Biden-Harris economic hangover and you need to save money, one way you can do it without sacrificing service, you can do it right now, and that is cutting your cell phone bill in half. Make the switch to my cell phone provider, a veteran-owned company, Pure Talk, for just $20 a month. They will give you unlimited talk and text, 3 gigs of high-speed data on Pure Talk, super fast, nationwide 5G network, the same exact service, and you save a fortune. The average family saves over $1,000 a year. A veteran-led company that shares your values. They believe in giving back to those that serve our great country. And by the way, if you're active military, former military, first responder, you get an additional 20% off every single month. Make the switch. It's simple, fast, easy. Dial pound 250. Say the keyword SAVE NOW from our friends at Pure Talk. Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
Join me, Clay Travis, and my good friend Buck Sexton weekdays starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
It's 18 pretty much all across the 4 states at the moment. It's going to be sunny today with a high near 48. Mostly clear down to 30 tonight. KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith says 48 with sunshine tomorrow and mostly clear down to 25 tomorrow night. Mostly sunny on Thursday, 46. We do have a chance of snow happening Friday night, Saturday, and Saturday night. More details coming up when we talk with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith at 7:25.
Yeah, and by the way, just a heads up, we have reports of a large police presence on 32nd and Rain Miller over by CFI. This on the east part of Joplin, that is. Lucas Davis, the man, the myth, the legend, he's on the scene now. We'll have updates for you in just a moment as to what's going on. So just avoid that area, 32nd and Rain Miller, over by the CFI plant. So just keep that in mind, police presence. Coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here. Data center in Joplin, ? More.
News, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
The American House Speaker addresses British lawmakers. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
It is a profound honor to be speaking in Parliament today, to be the first U.S. Speaker of the House ever given this honor.
House Speaker Mike Johnson a few hours ago saying the world needs a strong U.S. and U.K. working together amid new trade tension.
We've always been able to work through our differences calmly as friends.
This as Britain and other European allies consider retaliating to President Trump's new tariffs for opposing a U.S. takeover of Greenland. It's now part of Denmark, but overnight the president posted an AI image on Truth Social of him planting an American flag in Greenland with a sign, U.S. territory established 2026.
President Trump later today will be going to the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. The president says he spoke with the Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte. Trump says Rutte committed to finding a way forward on Greenland. Trump says he told him that Greenland is imperative for national security. Only the U.S. can secure it, and that there can be no going back.
Fox's Rich Edson at the White House. Adding to the trade tension, France's president's critical of a Trump-created board of peace to oversee the next phase of the Gaza ceasefire. President Trump told reporters late last night,
"What I'll do is if they feel like Costo, I'll put a 200% tariff on his wines and champagnes, and he'll join. But he doesn't have to join."
This is Israel demolishes in Jerusalem headquarters for the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees. Israeli forces also now at a Palestinian trade school. They can hardly believe it, but they're celebrating in Indiana a college football national championship.
This is an awesome moment. As a Hoosier, I'm a junior at IU. They sucked my freshman year, but they're amazing now, but I love them always.
Indiana football never even won 10 games in a season, but after beating Miami 27-21 in the national title game, they finished a perfect 16-0, led by Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Fernando Mendoza. He scored the game-winning touchdown. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG, heading for a high of 48. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That will be at 7:08. It's 18 in Neosho, 18 in Pittsburgh, 18 in Carthage, 18 in Joplin. On your smart speaker, AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk KZRG. Abortion safety takes center stage as Missouri's trial enters its second week.
Well, the state is trying to make the case that the potential for complications justifies strict regulations on abortion providers, and other pro-lifers say the risks associated with abortion don't just exist in the abstract. Real Missouri women have suffered. But experts called by Planned Parenthood say that's not the case. Abortion, they add, presents less risks than many medical procedures, including childbirth. We'll continue to follow it all for you. I'm Ty Albright for News Talk KZRG.
A Joplin AI data center? Well, the city council is set to decide on annexing and rezoning land on the southwest side of town, which is a key step that could enable development. But Mayor Keenan Cortez told News Talk KZRG.
I've seen a lot of stuff, especially on social media, is that I've already made up my mind this is going to happen because I'm going to get rich off this deal. I'm willing to show my tax returns to anybody. It's not going to happen. I don't have any vested interest. I don't own this property. I don't have any interest in it. I do know the owner. I have talked to the owner, but we're going to have a great conversation about it tomorrow night. I expect the council chambers to be full. I expect this to go for a long time. But we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to decide what's best for the city of Joplin.
Now, the mayor says that nothing is finalized, so let the council know how you feel. It will be at tonight's public hearing located at 6th and Main Street in downtown Joplin on the 5th floor. Again, that meeting is being held tonight. That interview was recorded yesterday morning. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe rolling out a new executive order that he says is designed to streamline how state government works. It's called Government Great, and he says it lines up with President Trump's push to improve efficiency across government, including the initiative known as DOGE.
This will not only involve members of the cabinet, but business leaders from successful Missouri-made companies. They will recommend solutions to both my office and the General Assembly to increase efficiency, eliminate waste, and improve accountability.
Kehoe says it's time for the state budget to look the way it did before the pandemic. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 18 at 7:05, News Talk, KZRG. Well, it's been a while since we've heard from the former Southwest Missouri Congressman Billy Long, but he made the news again this weekend when apologizing for joking about making Iceland the 52nd state. Long was recently nominated to be the ambassador to the country after he served as the IRS commissioner for less than 2 months last summer. Long says he did not mean to offend anyone in Iceland. He used to run a business in Neosho. Now 42-year-old Blake Altman is being extradited to the state of Texas for child porn charges. Altman's arrest this past week is similar to charges that he faced more than a decade ago for possessing explicit images of kids. Altman served a few years in prison before being released in 2021. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In the college football playoffs, the national title was decided last night with number 1 ranked Indiana beating number 10 ranked Miami 27-21. The Hoosiers finished the season a perfect 16-0 on the way to their first national title. In NBA action, the OKC Thunder beat Cleveland 136-104. The Thunder are 36-8 on the year. In prep basketball, the Carl Junction boys beat Lighthouse Senior 72-34. The Monette boys beat McCauley 50-32. The Kickapoo girls beat Carthage 66-18. Glendale beat the Joplin girls 46-24. And the Liberal girls beat Thomas Jefferson 46-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott. Next news at 7:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Sunny, dry, typical January temperatures through Thursday. 48 today, 49 tomorrow, 45 Thursday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather's the service of Indigo Sky Casino, proud to announce the opening of their luxurious dining experience. Shawano Steak and Spirits, prime cuts, elevated experience. That's Shawano Steak and Spirits. Visit IndigoSkyCasino.com for details.
Clean sweep on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. 18 in Neosho, 18 in Pittsburgh, 18 in Diamond, 18 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:08.
Get ready to cruise into a century on Route 66 at the Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce's 33rd Annual Business Expo. January 21st, powered by Eagle Pitcher at Downstream Casino Resort Pavilion. Sponsored by Downstream Casino Resort and Zimmer Marketing. Business-to-business hours are 9 to noon, where your business card is your entry. Community hours are from noon to 4. Come interact with over 100 local businesses. $5 for adults, kids 5 and under free. Learn more at joplincc.com/expo.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Zimmer Marketing is proud to partner with local businesses and encourage you to shop local first.
You can find the supplies you need to make the best snacks and beverages for your big game celebrations at Allied Restaurant Supply. Watch the battle of the best while you cook with the equipment the professionals use.
This is Daniel from Allied Restaurant Supply. Come see us at 1316 South Main in Joplin.
Local businesses are the backbone of our communities. Zimmer Marketing encourages you to shop local first.
You're listening to News Talk KZRG 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
7:10 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bajorquez.
And Steve Scott.
FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG. Joining us live this morning is Jimmer Pinyuv, who is the landowner of the territory that might be annexed into the city and potentially get a data center on. Jimmer, thanks for being here today with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, I really appreciate your time. There's a lot here, so we're just going to jump right into it if you don't mind here, Jimmer. Is it your intention to build a data center on this land that you own?
It is definitely our hope.
Mm-hmm. And my follow-up then is why? Why do you want a data center here?
Because I think they're a key segment of the national economy and the key to America's dominance in the AI space that I think is essential from a national perspective. It's also been my plan for over 20 years now to develop all this property as an industrial use, and a data center is probably the least intrusive use that can be put in an M2 zone.
Mm. And can you walk us through a little bit here, this idea that data centers are the least intrusive compared to what? Like a traditional factory? Is that what you mean?
Absolutely, yeah. In terms of pollution, traffic, noise, data centers are on the absolute lowest end of the spectrum. The amount of coverage on the site is minuscule compared to what it would be if it were a traditional industrial park. I've been in negotiations at 2 points over the last 6 or 7 years with the Joplin Industrial Development Authority, where they had wanted to purchase all this land and basically do another industrial park like the one they have developed on East 32nd Street. And obviously that brings a myriad of different types of uses along with incredible traffic, particularly truck traffic. And my site is suited better to heavier industrial use because of the fact that it's got the railroad dissecting it, and we have approvals from Burlington Northern Santa Fe to do rail sidings, which would lend itself to larger and heavier use kind of industries. So
Now, there's a lot of concern, Jimmer Pinyuv, here on News Talk KZRG, owner of the land where a data center might possibly go within city of Joplin. There's concern about locals' energy bills going up. The concern is if a data center gets here, then regular residents will start seeing their energy prices spike. What is your response to that?
Well, and I recognize that as utilities in general, both power and water are two things that have been managed poorly by some of the early developers of data centers, and there were not, upfront expenses put in place that were pertinent to the data center developer to make sure that those risks had been resolved prior to the building. But obviously, the business has come a long way since they first started developing these 20 years ago. The state of Missouri has a law in place, the Senate Bill 4, which I think a lot of people have heard about now, that protects the rate base from having any potential impact, fallback from this development. And the hyperscalers have become so critically aware of the backlash towards these things that they don't mess around anymore in terms of utilities. We've been dealing with Missouri American and Liberty for a long, long time. Missouri American for over a year and Liberty for over 2 years. And basically the design and the costs associated with this project are being put forth to the hyperscaler to pay for prior to construction start.
And so, no, we're not expecting any rate increase to everyday consumers as a result. Is that what you're saying?
That's absolutely what I'm saying. And I'm looking forward to everybody coming to the city council tonight, because we will have representatives from each of the major stakeholders, including Liberty and Missouri American. But no, I don't want to speak for Liberty because I'm not as well versed in this space as they are, nor as articulate, but I think that those fears will be allayed tonight, that In fact, if anything, there will be a benefit to the rate base here in the long term.
A benefit, and how would that work?
The benefit is the size of Liberty is going to be heavily impacted. They're going to become a much bigger producer and deliverer of energy than they are now, so it puts them in a different space. Also, the tariffs that will be determined by the PSC for this project will guarantee a revenue base for Liberty that doesn't exist right now. So I think you'll see, and I hope that you'll hear it spoken tonight. And again, I don't want to put words in Liberty or anybody's mouths, but I think that it'll make it far less likely that any rate increases would be needed in the short term after this project.
KZRG News Time, 7:15. It's Jimmer Pinyuv here on News Talk KZRG. He's the landowner of the area that might become a data center in Joplin. I want to talk to you as well, Jimmer, about water usage. There was also concern not just about the electricity that goes into these data centers, but the water use. Depending on the size of data centers, it could use anywhere between 100,000 gallons of water to 5 million gallons of water every single day. People are worried about their water bills going up as well. What's your response to that?
Well, again, I don't want to get ahead of Missouri American and whomever their speaker is going to be tonight. I think it's Matt Barnhart. But obviously there are lots of considerations on that front. And the design for the data center that we're considering right now is not complete. And a lot of that design will come from engineering and negotiations with Missouri American. The data center will definitely upgrade again the capacity of Missouri American and the delivery.
Would those costs to upgrade fall on the consumer?
No, they'll be paid ahead of time by the hyperscaler again, and like you said, this system, depending upon what type of system's designed in the end, and that will be based on what Missouri American wants to see, it's going to have no impact on the existing users, and certainly would not degrade supply in any way, or it won't get done. And data centers can be developed to use almost no water. 100,000 gallons a day is nothing. I've got communities that take more than that right now. But
that's entire communities, though, right? Versus just one building.
A housing subdivision. And, this is going to be 5 buildings, but the amount of land that this is covering would typically, if it were developed all as residential, would consume a giant amount of water, way beyond what the 5 buildings that we're hoping to build out there would consume.
Mm-hmm. It's Jimmer Pinyuv here on News Talk KZRG. I also want to talk to you, Jimmer, about this idea of the annexation. So what the Joplin City Council, for those listening if you're not aware, is voting on tonight is, will Jimmer's land be annexed into the city? And if so, they will then do a second vote. Will they rezone it to allow for heavy industrial, at which point these 5 buildings can be built atop of it? Why is it necessary that it even needs to be annexed into the city of Joplin? What's stopping you right now from just building this on your own private land?
Nothing. It does not need to be annexed into the city of Joplin, nor do we need their zoning. It could be developed today. We could start construction tomorrow in the county. And obviously we'd have far fewer controls on the buildings, the type of buildings, the setbacks, the noise tolerances.
You mean less regulations on you?
We would have no regulation because obviously neither Jasper or Newton County have a permit process for anything beyond septic, and we would be utilizing city sewer anyhow, so there wouldn't be any need for that. So we have no need whatsoever to go through this process, but the developer, the data center developer, and myself feel like it's a far better way to start this process, to bring it into the city and allow the city to have some controls, and then for the long-term benefit in terms of tax base, it's better to the entire community for it to be a part of the city of Joplin. It'll also put the city of Joplin on the map in terms of a high-tech personality that it doesn't have today, and it will bring additional jobs to the area in that same space.
Now, is there a certain we had a question on our Facebook page yesterday about whether or not you can utilize certain city, for instance, infrastructure, sewer, stuff like that, if your land isn't annexed in the city. Would you still would that be an issue if your land is not annexed? Would you have an issue utilizing some of those resources?
No, sir. The only utility, obviously, that the city does control is the city sewer. But our case is kind of special, and a lot of people probably listening don't realize that, I've owned this property for over 20 years, and it was originally 2,100 acres. It had no backbone infrastructure out there except power. And the primary sewer that runs across the property from Shoal Creek to 20th Street was a project that was supported by the U.S. House. So there were federal grants that helped the city of Joplin and myself pay for the original backbone infrastructure. And because of that, there are federal dollars in it. Nobody, whether they're in or out of the city, can be restricted from the use of the sewer that runs across there.
So, Jimmer, if your land does not get annexed in today's vote, is a data center going to be going up anyway?
I can't say for sure. Not only that, I can't say for sure that a data center is going to go in if we are approved tonight, because this is this is not the big step. The big steps is determining whether or not the amount of power it takes to run a data center can be procured and delivered to this site. Until we know that, there won't be a data center there.
And when will we find that out?
Well, the two studies that need to be done, one of which is through Liberty Utilities, the other is through the Southwest Power Pool, the grid operator that operates 14 states and 2 Canadian provinces, determines where power is available and how it can be delivered to Joplin, Missouri. Those studies take considerable amount of time and could take anywhere from 3 months to 9 months. And until we get those studies back and determine exactly how many megawatts are available to begin with and the cost of that, there's no hyperscaler is going to be involved in this.
Yeah.
So it would just die. And then we would go back to the M2 zoning, which has always been in my master plan and the city's master plan. And we would go to, the traditional heavy industrial uses out there that would be so incredibly impactful on that west side of town. And it's not what I want, because as a lot of people know, I built my own home out there. I moved to Joplin from Las Vegas because I love this place. I want to die here. I've picked a tree out on my property for my wife to bury me under, and my personal home's within 1,000 feet of where the data center will be. And I built my daughter's home across the street, and she backs up to this property. If I thought I were going to degrade the property values or the environment here in this town, there's not a chance that I would be pursuing this. But to my mind, and I know there's a lot of people who would disagree with me, this is by far the least intrusive use of this piece of property that can and will happen.
Now, Jimmer, if hypothetically your land does get annexed in tonight's vote with the city council, but then it doesn't, let me rephrase that, the vote to change it to heavy industrial doesn't pass, what can you do with the land? What would happen?
I would not allow the annexation to take place.
You would deny it, which as the property owner you have a right to do.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually, I shouldn't even say that. I don't know that I absolutely have. They go through that vote first and say, yeah, we approve this. I don't know legally how quickly that annexation actually, but we would not be accepting of it. We would go ahead and if we had to get attorneys involved or whatever to make sure that we didn't become a part of the city, so that we still had the option to do this if the power becomes available.
Mm-hmm. Jimmer Pinhue, if you're on News Talk KZRG, the landowner of the territory that could potentially become a data center and could potentially be part of Joplin. We're up against the clock here, but very briefly, is there anything else you think the community should know from your perspective about this whole saga, this data center saga?
Yeah, well, I just, everybody recognizes that throughout the country, data centers are persona non grata right now, and every community is fighting them, and the legitimate opposition to this is all utility based, and if we can cover that, everybody ought to be so thankful that this thing is coming to town. There's a lot of irrational opposition that we're not going to persuade to look at it our way.
It's Jim Rapinuv here on News Talk KZRG. The City Council meeting tonight, where the City Council will be voting either yay or nay to annex Jimmer's land into the city of Joplin, or yay or nay to give it heavy industrial status, is happening tonight, 602 South Main Street, Joplin, Missouri. Tonight, 6 o'clock. If you have an opinion, either really for or really against, then this is the place to voice those opinions. Jim Rapinuv, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We'll talk to you again soon, Jimmer. KZRG News Time 7:25. Coming up next, a look at what's going on with weather here on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The sun is shining. The temperatures warming back up. Typical January the next couple of days. 48 this afternoon, 49 tomorrow, 45 the high Thursday. Arctic air starts to show up Friday, and then the possibility of some snow, perhaps accumulating snow by Saturday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Affordable, dependable, always unbeatable. Big John's.
Hi, hello, it's your house, and I want to talk about resolutions. I think it's great that you want to read more and spend more time outside, but I've got a resolution too. I want to lose all this junk. And I know, it'll take a while because the garage is full and the guest bedroom is an extra storage room, but Big John's roll-off service can help.
I'm the Big John, and this is my wife, Claire.
Are you starting a New Year's resolution this year?
Then you're going to need two things, patience and a roll-off.
We can't help with the patience part, but at Big John's, we can provide the right size roll-off for all your cleanup or renovation needs.
So text us today at 417-540-0663 or go to BigJohnsRolloff.com and get your flat rate upfront price today.
When you've got big waste, you need Big John's.
Big John's.
Byrna was recently ranked number 10 on Forbes' list of the 100 most successful small-cap American companies for the year 2025. Now, that is a recognition earned by solving real problems for real people. And their mission is simple, designed to stop, not kill, non-lethal force, BYRNA.com. Byrna creates launchers for everyone in the family. The newest Byrna, compact, it's small enough to fit in a pocket or a purse, yet powerful enough to deliver real stopping power even 60 feet out. It gives you confidence to defuse a dangerous situation without having to resort to lethal force. I carry one every day, and I believe that every family and family member should have Byrna within their reach. Now, it fires potent kinetic, tear gas, and pepper ammo rounds that can disable any attacker for up to 30 or 40 minutes. Law enforcement agencies all across the country now use Byrna technology. Just visit BYRNA.com today and find the right launcher for you and your family. That's Byrna.com.
Be sure to tune in to News Talk KZRG every weekday from 9 to 11 to hear what's going on with me, Chris Plant, on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
FM 102.9, 105.9 AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk KZRG. Steve Scott along with Ted Bajorquez. And joining us live in living color, it's the one and only Terry Smith, KZRG meteorologist. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning. And my color today is blue because it is cold out there.
Yes, it definitely is cold this morning. What's it look like for the rest of the couple of days? And then starting this weekend, I'll get to that in a minute. What's going to be happening the next couple of 3 days?
It's nice and quiet through Thursday with sunshine and temperatures what you would hope for in January. 48 today, 49 tomorrow, 45 Thursday. We get some Arctic air to begin to show up on Friday, and that's going to set the stage for some winter and perhaps our first inch of snow. We may end up with several inches of snow starting Friday, mainly Friday night into Saturday and Saturday night.
Wow, that sounds like it's going to be one of those interesting forecasts. Speaking of the snow, temperatures are going to plummet on the weekend, from what I understand as well.
Yes, well, that Arctic air shows up Friday. So Friday's temperatures are likely the highest temperatures during the day will be somewhere in the mid to upper 20s. And then we're looking at single digits Friday night, teens on Saturday, single digits Saturday night, and beginning to warm up Sunday, but it's going to take a while. Sunday's highs in the mid-20s. So we're below freezing, solidly below freezing, starting Friday and through the weekend.
Now, I'm going to ask you a dumb question. It's my belief, if I remember correctly from my studying of weather over the years, when it's got real cold temperatures, sometimes that limits the amount of snow. Is that a possibility, or is it doesn't matter this go-around?
Well, it can limit the amount of snow, but what the situation is that this cold air is coming from the north, and the storm that's bringing us the snow is coming from the west and the south. So that moisture source is a high availability moisture source. Big thing that contributes to the amount of snow is just how cold the air is and what the snow to water ratio will be, and it looks like this could be a fluffy snow, and that would mean higher snowfall totals.
Oh my. KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith, thanks for joining us this morning.
You bet, guys.
We'll talk to you again soon, Terry. That was KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith here on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 7:31, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. Investigation into church protest in Minnesota.
The U.S. and Greenland.
Anti-ICE nationwide protest. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're topping out at 48 today. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 7:38. Sun is on the rise right now. In fact, the sun is coming up in the eastern horizon. It's 18 in Neosho, 19 in Pittsburgh, 19 in Columbus. It's 19 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. The Justice Department investigating after anti-ICE protesters stormed into a Minnesota church over the weekend, protesting a pastor who works for ICE. Doug Luzader reports from Washington.
Former CNN host Don Lemon joined with protesters who believed one of the pastors at a church in St. Paul had connections to ICE. Lemon defended his actions, saying this in a statement: "It's notable that I've been cast as the face of a protest I was covering as a journalist, especially since I wasn't the only reporter there. That framing is telling. I stand by my reporting." Lemon has said that racism is a part of the ongoing immigration enforcement efforts. He has also said that some of his critics have a sense of entitlement based on white supremacy.
President Trump is not backing down on his demand to seize Greenland ahead of his visit to Davos for the World Economic Forum.
The president, when he gets there, says he's going to talk to world leaders about his push to acquire Greenland for the United States. The president reinforced his threats to take the self-governing Danish territory. He says Greenland is imperative for national security. Only the U.S. can secure it, and that there can be no going back.
We have to have it. They have to have this done. They can protect it. Denmark, they're wonderful people. And I know the leaders are very good people, but they don't even go there.
The president also says he spoke with Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte, about all this, and that Rutte committed to finding a way forward on Greenland.
Anti-ICE protesters are going to be taken to the streets all across the country.
The Free America Walkout is asking Americans to walk out of school and work today in protest of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. The Women's March is the main organizer, having also been behind the massive nationwide protest the day after President Trump's first inauguration in 2017. Protests and walkouts are scheduled across the country to mark the one-year anniversary of the president's second inauguration. The administration has aggressively defended its ICE operations, arguing the Department of Homeland Security is making America safer by getting dangerous criminals off the streets. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
19 at 7:34, News Talk, KZRG.
An AI data center may be built in Joplin, and it's caused a bit of an uproar online. Joplin Mayor Kenny Cortez told News Talk KZRG no decision has been made yet.
I would like for everybody to just take a deep breath for a minute. Let's calm down. We haven't had a public hearing yet. I've heard from a lot of people, and I've gotten a lot of emails, and I've tried to read many of them, but we haven't heard from everybody. We've got some people coming into town that's going to talk to us about stuff. The landowner is going to come and talk to us about stuff. I'm sure we're going to have citizens come and talk to us about things. Let's have the conversation before we make decisions on, which camp we're going to get in.
You can make your voice heard at their public hearing tonight at City Hall, 602 South Main Street in Joplin, Missouri. That's kicking off at 6 p.m. tonight.
Well, here's some great news. The Show Me State took home the top beer brewing prize in D.C. this week.
Republican U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt and Democratic U.S. Congressman Wesley Bell teamed up to win the Brew Democracy Cup with their creation, Arch Light Lager. The event, sponsored by Anheuser-Busch, paired political rivals to craft unique recipes. Congressman Bell, when asked about the friendly competition, said this is what bipartisanship is supposed to be about. Senator Schmidt said, "Greatest day of my life. We brewed the greatest beer in America. Couldn't have done it without Wesley Bell." A rare moment of cheers on Capitol Hill, proving that even in a divided Congress, everyone can agree on a good Missouri brew. Ethan Thomas, News Talk KZRG.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 19 with the sun coming up, 7:36. News Talk KZRG.
Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe has proposed a $54.5 billion state budget for the coming fiscal year, saying it's time for Missouri's budget to return to pre-COVID levels.
Since fiscal year 22, over 3,400 new budget items have been added at the cost of nearly $13 billion in new general revenue spending. This does not include federal dollars. All of this demonstrates the historic imbalance we now must fix. Government has clearly grown too large.
Kehoe says he has signed Government Great, an executive order that brings Missouri business leaders and state staff together to recommend ways to streamline government, cut waste, and improve accountability.
The TV show Star Search returns with a twist.
Star Search is back, and they are doing it live on Netflix beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern. The 5-week event will air new episodes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Anthony Anderson hosts with Jelly Roll, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Chrissy Teigen serving as judges on the show, which originally ran between 1983 and 1995 and was hosted by Ed McMahon.
But the most important judge is you.
Vote in real time for your favorite stars as they compete head-to-head.
It will feature singers, dancers, comedians, and magicians battling it out to become the next star. The original show saw several stars perform before they became famous, like Beyonce, Britney Spears, and Dave Chappelle. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In the college football playoffs, the national title was decided last night with number 1 ranked Indiana beating number 10 ranked Miami 27-21. The Hoosiers finished the season a perfect 16-0 on the way to their first national title. In NBA action, the OKC Thunder beat Cleveland 136-104. The Thunder are 36-8 on the year. In prep basketball, the Carl Junction boys beat Lighthouse Senior 72-34. The Monette boys beat McCauley 50-32. The Kickapoo girls beat Carthage 66-18. Glendale beat the Joplin girls 46-24. And the Liberal girls beat Thomas Jefferson 46-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's free of charge. It's available at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 8 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The sun is shining. The temperatures warming back up. Typical January the next couple of days. 48 this afternoon, 49 tomorrow, 45 the high Thursday. Arctic air starts to show up Friday, and then the possibility of some snow, perhaps accumulating snow by Saturday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
There's a clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 18 in Neosho, 19 in Pittsburgh, 19 in Webb City, 19 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:40.
My grandma used to really struggle to keep up with the dinner conversation. She couldn't hear anything. So one day she saw an ad in a magazine for a hearing aid and decided to go ahead and buy it. But she didn't wear it because she hated the way it looked and felt. So we scheduled an appointment at Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center. And it turned out that Grandma's magazine hearing...
It is.
Good morning, everybody.
So cold out there. I seriously almost went up to the trailer.
We'll have you report live with us here. George, good morning. Why are you in a hospital bed, George? Are you okay? What happened? Doc is here.
Morning, Doc.
With a free hearing exam and free cognitive screening.
Ron, Teresa. Yeah, I read, Ron and Teresa, I read your guys' comments. Yeah. I thought everything you said, I think, is very well worded, very well pointed out.
What did they say?
They were just responding. It was like live tweeting the interview with Jimmer.
Personally, I mean, the guy's right. He can do whatever the hell he wants with his land.
It is.
And
also,
like he said at the end, he goes, I mean, I agree with him. If it doesn't impact utilities, I don't care. I don't care.
Right, and the concern is the utilities.
Right. If it doesn't impact my utility rates, I don't care.
Carol, good morning, Carol. Teresa, here's something you might enjoy hearing, Lucas. Teresa said the women are a big part of the problem these days. Liberal soccer moms need to stop advocating for BS, in my opinion.
Teresa, I know you've been in and out the last couple of months, but I've been a staunch anti-white liberal woman.
Lucas
I've had a staunch stance.
Scorched earth several times on
white liberal women. They are the bane of our existence.
So you are among good company here, Teresa.
Yep.
Congratulations, Teresa.
We need more for the fight, Teresa.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing. In my mind, the play, if people wanted to stop this data center, in my mind, the play would have been annex it, but then don't rezone it.
Yeah,
so
this is what I told you yesterday. Yeah.
That's exactly what Lucas said yesterday. But then that's what Jimmer said. He goes, well, then we're going to stop the annexation.
Back out of it.
We're just going to back out of it then. If that's
well, he even made the comment that even if they do annex it, he may not accept the annexation.
That's what we just said.
Oh, okay. I was reading.
That was the entirety of
Steve,
what
you
was
literally
said.
could have been trolling us right there had you played that off correctly.
That was like in those cartoons. They're like, maybe we'll attack from behind.
Yeah.
They go, hold on, I'm thinking.
Hey, is that a mockingbird?
Maybe we'll attack from behind.
Hey, is that a mockingbird in that tree?
Is it a mockingbird in that tree?
Oh.
Teresa said, don't even get me started on liberal white women laughing emoji.
Yeah, they're awful. My dad was married to one, which is crazy.
Hey, Aunt Lori! Hey, Aunt Lori! Hey, ooh, ah.
How are things in Galveston?
This is is that the South Dakota aunt?
North Dakota. Please, show some respect.
Well, the Dakotas are the Dakotas.
Yeah, the fact that...
Is one of the Dakotas more liberal than the other?
I don't know.
Or are they both like Western?
That's a great question. I'm
one's
not sure.
farther north, one's farther south.
Aunt Lori, is one of the Dakotas more liberal than the other in your opinion, in your experience? That's a very good question. You know what we should do? Okay, if we annex Greenland...
I think North Carolina is more liberal than South Carolina, right?
Well, listen, but what I'm going to say, though, is if we just combine the Dakotas into one, we combine the Virginias into one, we combine the Carolinas into one, that frees us 3 more state spaces to keep with the equal 50. That gives us Greenland, that gives us Canada, and then dealer's choice for the 3rd. You know what I mean?
Iceland.
Sure, we'll take Iceland.
Me, Sean Hannity, every weekday, 2 to 5. It's all happening right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:45 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bohorquez.
Steve Scott. Lucas Davis.
News Talk KZRG. We just got done speaking with Jimmer Pinyuv. He is the landowner of the territory that could become a data center. Maybe in the city limits of Joplin, maybe not. And so if you missed that interview, that's all good. We're going to have it for you on our website, newstalkkzrg.com, that whole interview by around 12 noon this afternoon. We'll post it on our Facebook page. We'll have it on our website, all that. So if you missed it, no worries. You have a chance to hear it later this afternoon. And then tonight at 6 o'clock at 602 South Main Street in Joplin, Missouri, that's City Hall, they're having a big hearing about that territory that may or may not be annexed into the city, may or may not be turned into heavy industrial, then may or may not turn into a data center.
We're going to be sunny today, expecting high of 48. Enjoy the warmer weather while you can. Notice I said warmer. Tomorrow's going to be sunny with the same high of about 48. A little bit cooler on Thursday, mostly sunny and 46. The high on Friday, cloudy with only 29 as we get the Arctic air coming through. Some snow likely, mainly after midnight on Friday night. Cloudy with a low of 8. Chance of snow on Saturday, mostly cloudy with a high of only 16. Down to 5 above with the snow before midnight. Mostly cloudy on Saturday night. So the possibility of some snow coming up Friday night through Saturday night.
KZRG News Time, 7:45. Back live in the studio with us is one Mr. Lucas Davis, a.k.a. LD. Lucas, you just came back from out on the street. There was an incident that we now have photos of on our Facebook page, thanks to you. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, there's a fire out in the Carefree Mobile Village off of Rain Miller Road. One of the trailers in there was nothing left, essentially. So, I mean, it was burned to the ground. EMS was on site. There was no word yet on any injuries and or fatalities from the fire, but there was essentially nothing left of the trailer and the car standing next to it.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, it looked like a crispy hole, a shell of what it once was. And again, if you go to KZRG's Facebook page, Lucas posted a video and also several photos, so you can see the final damage for those that want to be looky-loos, which is, let's be honest, all of us.
Yeah, good job by all the local first responders, though, to contain that to just that trailer, because with this weather, I mean, it's easy for that fire to travel.
Yeah, right, no, plus also in that trailer park, those are very close to each other.
Yeah, so for them to contain it to one fire or one trailer, I totally agree. Shout out to was it the Joplin Fire Department? Were they on scene?
Several first responders were on there.
The lead department was Reddings Mill Fire Department.
All right. Well, there you have it. So we'll have more details for you on that fire. That was, what was that trailer park name?
Carefree Mobile Village.
Just off of 32nd Street in near Joplin, right? East side of town.
Rain Miller. Just off Rain Miller, yeah.
Rain Miller, okay. So there you have it. Here's some other interesting little factoid news for you. Some also rather grim news, much like the fire we just reported on. As it turns out, according to studies, physical decline does not wait for old age.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
You mean I have hope?
No, you are beyond hope. You are advanced decay stage, my
I thought maybe
friend.
I was getting to be hopeful now instead of hopeless.
No, physical decline does not wait for old age. It happens even sooner.
Oh, boy.
And ramps up with old age. A new study tracked the same people for 47 years. They were taking physical health surveys of the same group of people for 47 years. And they found measurable drops in fitness and strength begin at around age 35. So if you think that, oh, well, I'm not 60 yet, I'm not 80 yet, I'm not 90 yet, no. At 35, that's when the decline officially starts, according to this long-term study. And it gradually gets worse through midlife and into old age.
I just turned 40, and I can attest to that.
Now, the study is based on the Swedish Physical Activity and Fitness cohort, which began in 1971. That's when they started this study. And we're now seeing some of the results. That's pretty wild. Now, the participants were born in 1958, and there were a total of 427 subjects on this. So not the biggest sample size in terms of people, but that's a pretty big sample size in terms of years, right?
So what's the breakthrough discovery on this? That you decay as you get older? Because I think
in my opinion, what it seems like the breakthrough discovery is that it starts at 35.
That's wild to me that this is some breakthrough discovery, because anybody that's, I mean, like I said, I'm at 40. I know that I feel remarkably worse than I did at 25. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of common sense that we decay starting pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, and now we have the science to back it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we spent all that money.
Well, we didn't.
All
Sweden
the time
did.
researching. Sweden.
The Swedish were up to this one, so this was not an American
That doesn't
study.
surprise me that Sweden did it, because aren't they the blonde hair, blue eyes, like the perfect sculpture of mankind, what they're supposed to be or whatever over in Sweden?
I got to be honest, I've
They're
literally
the
never
vain
met a
country,
Swedish
from what
person in
I
my
remember.
life. I assume they all have goofy mustaches and to talk like it is.
I've met Swedish meatballs. I've eaten them.
You know who's a Swede that you know? The masseuse in Seinfeld that massages George. That tall guy, that's a Swede. That's what Swedes look like.
That guy's Swedish?
Yeah.
Seinfeld's a great episode, or great show, I mean. So anyway, yeah, as it turns out, yeah, you start physically declining at 35 and it just gets worse.
Raymond.
Yeah, it was Raymond. That was his name. That's some physical health science for you this morning. Thanks, Sweden. KZRG News Time, 7:50.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Denmark ramped up its military presence in Greenland, deploying extra troops to the strategic Arctic territory. This in direct response to President Trump saying the U.S. needs total control over Greenland. Are global tensions rising, even with our allies?
Number 2.
Midterms are just around the corner, which is making Republicans a little bit nervous because Trump's poll numbers are not as strong as the president would like them to be. Trump's approval rating now sitting at 42%, with a 55% disapproval rating. To put that in perspective, Trump started his second term with over 50% approval rating.
Number 1.
Tonight, Joplin residents, you have a chance to voice your opinion on annexing about 540 acres of land that could turn into a data center. The prospect has some concern it could raise energy prices, while others think it could be a great opportunity for the community. Now, that meeting gets underway tonight at 6 o'clock at City Hall at 6th and Main on the 5th floor.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What is the most important amendment to the U.S. Constitution, in your opinion, and why?
The second.
We want to know your thinking. Why is that, Lucas? Why the
Because
second?
without the second, you don't get to protect the rest.
Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution is the most important one, and why? Coming up, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The sun is shining. The temperatures warming back up. Typical January the next couple of days. 48 this afternoon, 49 tomorrow, 45 the high Thursday. Arctic air starts to show up Friday, and then the possibility.
See, Sarisa said, uh-oh, apparently Ted only has a few more years before he goes downhill. That's where you're wrong, Sarisa. I'm going to live forever.
Ted works out, too, every other month.
Every other month, yeah. Also, Aunt Lori said, it depends on where in the Dakotas. East of both Dakotas is more liberal than west.
That makes sense.
Why is that?
Because the further east you go, the more liberal it gets, until you get all the way to California.
No, that's not
Yeah, the
east.
further east, like if you're east, that's New York.
But California's west.
Yes.
As is Washington.
If you're on the east
State.
side of the country, the further west you go, until you get to California, it's less liberal.
Oh, I see.
So it works the same way as the state buildup. You start on the east side of the state, it's liberal. The further west you go, it's less liberal. Until you get all the way over, then you're to Washington, you're into California.
Aunt Lori said Second Amendment, ... Lucas is correct.
Yep.
Hey, Terry, good morning.
And what city is the Kentucky Derby held?
Oh, this is interesting. Sarisa said, don't get me started on white liberal men.
Oh, they're awful.
Which one?
Liberals
Okay.
are terrible, but the women are the ones that are the mover and shakers. The men sit... Okay, so the women hold the leash, the men wear the collar.
Is it a shock collar so you could say shock?
Probably, because they're weird.
Dude, I'm sorry. Look, this is a cancelable comment I'm going to make right now. Extremely liberal men did a terrible job at making themselves even remotely appear masculine.
They're not. That's the thing.
There's not a single one of them. And
they get walked all over.
That was allegedly the politically strategic move of picking Tim Walz to be the running mate with Kamala Harris. He was supposed to be like a man's man. He goes out hunting. He's got sort of like the paunchy dad.
And every man's man could see right through that.
Right. And it just didn't work. Like, they were trying to find a way to make liberal men look masculine, and they really kind of couldn't. And this is coming from a guy that is not famously the most tough masculine dude on planet Earth. But the liberal white man that I know from college in San Francisco, I'm like, bro, get a grip. Like, I'm sorry. This is like, some of their behavior is just downright embarrassing.
Beta.
I was like, bro, man up a little bit.
Straight beta.
Yeah.
There's nothing more off-putting than a soft man.
Whoa, phrasing.
Pause.
Pause? No, that wasn't pause. That was full-blown.
Best price thanks to the Zimmer Coffee Card and the Show Me State Beer Card. Each offer your favorite drinks for just $1 from area shops, bars, and restaurants.
Some of them, Sarisa, some of them, she said, honestly, the liberal men are just after sex with no consequences. They were duped in that way. Some of them. I think some of them, though, are not driven specifically or exclusively by lust. They're driven by other stuff. I don't know what that is, but...
You know.
What?
I don't know. You hang out with them, I don't.
No, I think it's just like... It's just brainwashing, more than anything.
It's hive mind.
Most of them aren't man enough to try and get laid. Like, just being honest.
This is Buck Sexton. Join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question at 417-782-1310, 417-782-1310. Do we have a
Today's question is, what was Ray's occupation in the TV show Everybody Loves Raymond? Little TV trivia question for you here.
Little hits close to home for old Lucas here.
What was Ray's occupation in the TV show Everybody Loves Raymond? 417-782-1310. Steve, we're giving it away in the farm too. What is it?
A complimentary taco plus chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
The only thing better than lunch is free lunch. 417-782-1310. The hit TV show Everybody Loves Raymond. What was Ray's occupation? News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Is it a sports writer?
That's exactly right. Sports writer. Who do we have here?
Gary.
Hey, Gary, what's your favorite radio station?
News Talk KZRG.
Love to hear it, Gary. Now, Lucas, would you say that their depiction is accurate to the real thing?
Growing up, watching Everybody Loves Raymond inspired me to be a sports writer, and then I got to be a sports writer, and the whole time I was just thinking, everybody loves Raymond.
So you're hoping they'll change it to Everybody Loves Lucas.
I felt like Robert Barone instead of Raymond, just mad at the world.
All the time. Hey, thanks for calling in, Gary. We'll be with you in just a second here. Stay on the line for us if you don't mind. And you have just won a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos. Stay with us here. Yeah, he was a sports writer. And then his brother was a cop, right?
Yeah,
right.
Oh, Robert.
Mm-hmm.
His mom and dad, Marie and Frank, the best on the show.
How's our weather today, Steve?
It's going to be nice for today and tomorrow and the next day. 48 for the high pretty much every day for the rest of the week until we get to Friday. That's when the Arctic front comes through, and the high on Friday is going to be below 30. It's going to be well below 30 for Saturday, so keep that in mind. We also have a chance of snow coming up on Friday night, Saturday, and Saturday night. Overnight low on Friday night, 8. 16 for the high on Saturday, 5 for the overnight low on Saturday night. So enjoy the warmer temperatures while you can.
Hey, what's Saturday's date?
What?
What's the date on Saturday?
The date
I
on
believe it's
Saturday
the
is the 24th.
We're supposed to get snow then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Weird.
By the way, also...
Someone called that about 2 months ago.
Yeah, we did have an internal guessing game as
This
to
is literally going to be right on the nose. And I
when
hate it
the
perfectly.
first snowfall would be. Lucas guessed, 3 months ago?
Yeah, the 24th.
For the 24th. That is crazy, actually. Hey, coming up after the news.
I'm going to buy a lottery ticket if it happens. I'm telling you that right now.
I was like, what are you getting at? Yeah. You guessed it.
On the 24th, too.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Coming up
hasn't
next.
hit yet.
Greenland. What's going on with it? Trump sent a goofy text.
4 states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin, a free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
We're now 1 year into term 2. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
The golden age of America begins right now.
That was last January 20th when President Trump returned to the White House. Late last night, he told reporters,
I inherited a mess, and now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world.
But there's tension with some U.S. allies. House Speaker Mike Johnson addressed British Parliament this morning at first, and he urged calm.
More than ever before, we need the British people to be great and proud and patriotic, and you are. To work in close concert with us as partners and friends, and to defend the security of the Western world.
But Britain and France and other European countries are considering retaliation after President Trump imposed tariffs for opposing his push to take over Greenland, now a territory of Denmark, a NATO ally. The president insists it's a national security issue.
We have to have it. They have to have this done. They can protect it.
And as the anti-ICE protests continue in Minnesota after 2 recent immigration enforcement-related shootings, a demonstration inside a church Sunday remains under federal scrutiny.
The Department of Justice says the protesters who organized and then stormed into the church could face all types of charges, including interfering with religious worship under the FACE Act, perhaps upgraded felony charges under the Klan Act, as well as potential conspiracy.
Fox's Matt Finn in Minneapolis. 2 police officers are in stable condition in Portland, Oregon after being shot last night. There's a manhunt for the gunman. And a search for another shooter in Indiana, where a judge and his wife were shot and wounded in their home on Sunday. Also in Indiana, a celebration. They partied late into the night in Bloomington after the Hoosiers won the college football national championship, beating Miami 27-21. Heisman Trophy quarterback Fernando Mendoza scored a fourth-quarter touchdown that ended up the game winner, completing a perfect 16-0 season. Then Mendoza told ESPN,
everybody doubted us at the beginning of the year. We didn't make it this far, not to lay it on the line. I would die for my guys in the field, the same way they do for myself.
America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading for a high of 48. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 8:08. Sun is shining. It's 18 in Neosho, 19 in Pittsburgh, 19 in Crestline. It's 19 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. Abortion safety takes center stage as Missouri's trial enters its second week.
Well, the state is trying to make the case that the potential for complications justifies strict regulations on abortion providers, and other pro-lifers say the risks associated with abortion don't just exist in the abstract. Real Missouri women have suffered. But experts called by Planned Parenthood say that's not the case. Abortion, they add, presents less risks than many medical procedures, including childbirth. We'll continue to follow it all for you. I'm Cy Albright for News Talk KZRG.
Joplin AI Data Center. The city council is set to decide on annexing and rezoning land on the southwest side of town, which is key in the step that could enable development. That meeting is scheduled for tonight, but Mayor Keenan Cortez told the KZRG Morning News Watch.
I've seen a lot of stuff, especially on social media, is that I've already made up my mind this is going to happen because I'm going to get rich off this deal. I'm willing to show my tax returns to anybody. It's not going to happen. I don't have any vested interest. I don't own this property. I don't have any interest in it. I do know the owner. I have talked to the owner, but we're going to have a great conversation about it tomorrow night. I expect the council chambers to be full. I expect this to go for a long time, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to decide what's best for the city of Joplin.
He says nothing is finalized, so let the council know how you feel at their public hearing this evening.
Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe rolling out a new executive order that he says is designed to streamline how state government works. It's called Government Great, and he says it lines up with President Trump's push to improve efficiency across government, including the initiative known as DOGE.
This will not only involve members of the cabinet, but business leaders from successful Missouri-made companies. They will recommend solutions to both my office and the General Assembly to increase efficiency, eliminate waste, and improve accountability.
Keough says it's time for the state budget to look the way it did before the pandemic. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine, now it's 19 at 8:05. News Talk KZRG.
It's been a while since we've heard from former Southwest Missouri Congressman Billy Long, but he made the news this weekend when apologizing for jokes he made about Iceland, the 52nd state. Long was recently nominated to be the ambassador to the country after he served as the IRS commissioner for less than 2 months last summer. Long says he did not mean to offend anyone in Iceland.
He used to run a business in Neosho. Now 42-year-old Blake Altman being extradited back to the state of Texas for child porn charges. Altman's arrest this past week is similar to charges that he faced more than a decade ago for possessing explicit images of kids. Altman served a few years in prison before being released in 2021. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In the college football playoffs, the national title was decided last night with number 1 ranked Indiana beating number 10 ranked Miami 27-21. The Hoosiers finished the season a perfect 16-0 on the way to their first national title. In NBA action, the OKC Thunder beat Cleveland 136-104. The Thunder are 36-8 on the year. In prep basketball, the Carl Junction boys beat Lighthouse Senior 72-34. The Monette boys beat McCauley 50-32. The Kickapoo girls beat Carthage 66-18. Glendale beat the Joplin girls 46-24. And the Liberal girls beat Thomas Jefferson 46-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 8:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Sunny, dry, typical January temperatures through Thursday. 48 today, 49 tomorrow, 45 Thursday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather's a service of Indigo Sky Casino, proud to announce the opening of their luxurious dining experience. Shawano Steak and Spirits, prime cuts, elevated experience. That's Shawano Steak and Spirits. Visit IndigoSkyCasino.com for details.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's now 21 in Neosho, 21 in Pittsburgh, 19 in Galena, 19 in Joplin. 100 weather updates every 24 hours on News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time going on 8:08.
If you're thinking about retiring soon, be sure to tune in to What's on Wealth with Barry.
Good morning, everyone. What was your question, Nicholas?
Do you think the firefighter suits are insulated, or do you think they're freezing cold when they have to go out there in this weather?
You know, I wonder that about cops all the time.
Cops, at least, they can layer up. Like firefighters, though, I don't know if they can layer up. Because, if you're in those suits, those flame retardant suits,
they would have to be insulated.
You would think some sort of it. I don't know about to protect them from cold or whatever, but at least heat retardant.
Yeah. I don't think you're allowed to say that word anymore. Heat, of course.
Right.
No. I've always wondered that about cops. I feel like if I was a cop and I had to pull someone over and it was 6 degrees out, I would be so PO'd. I'd be like...
Imagine if you're a motorcycle cop. It'd be awful.
Oh, dude, there's no way. There's no way.
I had a buddy whose dad used to ride his Harley in Indiana, northeast Indiana, year-round.
That's just stupid.
It's insane.
That's dumb. People always say there's a fine line between stupid and brave, but it's hard to define. I think the definition is very easy, and it's necessity. If it's not
if you
necessary,
could picture a redneck biker, that's him.
Yeah. That's not necessary.
No.
So that's not brave. That's just stupid.
Yeah, no, I remember one time I walked into my buddy's house and his dad, that guy, was passed out drunk in nothing but his whitey tighties, face down in a recliner. How do you go face down in a recliner?
Bro, that's brutal.
Yeah. It's insane.
That guy's spine was
This
not
dude was
good.
so scary and intimidating. We were 25 years old playing beer pong out in my buddy's garage. We're playing competitive, so you use glasses, like 3 pint glasses on each side.
Oh, Jesus.
My buddy dropped one on accident when his dad walked out, like literally perfect timing. 6 grown men, 25-year-olds around this 50-year-old man. My buddy just instantly goes, "Sorry, Van," and then bends down and starts cleaning up the glass off the
that's
ground,
so
like just
funny.
dog between his leg around the alpha male. It's hilarious.
Dude, that rocks.
So good.
With IPOC Electric and Solar, we're ready to be your winter storm electrical team. Stay warm, stay safe with IPOC Electric. Start today at ipocelectric.com.
News, weather, politics. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
8:10. That's the KZRG news time. 18 in Joplin, 21 in Pittsburgh, 21 in Neosho, and of course 18 in Miami.
It's going to be sunny today and tomorrow, and also on Thursday, expecting highs of around 48 all 3 days. Friday, though, cloudy with a high of only 29 as we get Arctic cold front coming through. Then on Friday night, Saturday, and Saturday night, we've got a chance of snow, mainly after midnight on Friday night, cloudy with a low down to 8. Chance of snow all day on Saturday, mostly cloudy with a high of only 16. Saturday night, a chance of snow before midnight, mostly cloudy with a low of around 5. So it's not time to go out and raid all the milk and bread yet at the grocery store, but if it gets to that point, we'll let you know.
Yes, we will. Well, President Donald Trump warned that he no longer feels obligated to think, quote, purely of peace, end quote, as he argued the United States must have complete and total control of Greenland. In a text exchange with Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Stone,
Jonas.
Donald Trump, the president, texted the prime minister, which is very funny. He texted him. Quote, "Dear Jonas, considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel obligated to think purely of peace, although it will always be predominant, but can now think about what is good and proper for the United States of America. Denmark cannot protect that land from Russia or China, and why do you have the right of ownership anyway? There are no written documents. It's only that a boat landed there hundreds of years ago, but we had boats landing there also. I have done more for NATO than any other person since its founding, and now NATO should do something for the United States. The world is not secure unless we have complete and total control of Greenland. Thank you. President DJT," end quote. That was a text message. Can you imagine waking up in the morning and checking your phone and getting that text message? That would freak me out.
This is like it's like a Twilight Zone where just a bunch of adults are acting like children. These are world leaders.
Yeah.
This is what's insane.
And I got to say, it is a little funny. Trump is that butthurt about not getting the Nobel Peace Prize. Which, by the way,
he couldn't have gotten it this year yet because when the nomination happened, he hadn't done anything yet. He wasn't president, I don't think.
There's that. And also, Denmark, Greenland, Norway, they're not in charge of handing out that the Nobel Peace Prize. Basically, there's a series of governments that chooses people to sit on a board, and those people, the whole point of it is to act independently, and they, as a committee, decide who gets it. So it had nothing to do with Norway.
I guess he's looking back at Obama, where Obama got the Peace Prize like 2 days after being inaugurated as president, and that was not exactly the way it should have been done, supposedly.
I don't know. Now, the prime minister's store, he then responded to Trump's text message in a written statement to the press. So this wasn't a text back to Trump, but to the global press. He said, quote, "Norway's position on Greenland is clear. Greenland is part of the Kingdom of Denmark, and Norway fully supports the Kingdom of Denmark on this matter. We also support that NATO is a responsible way in taking steps to strengthening security and stability in the Arctic. As regards to the Nobel Peace Prize, I have clearly explained, including to President Trump, what is well known. The prize is awarded by an independent Nobel committee and not the Norwegian government, end quote. Yeah, it is a little, look, Trump is great and everything. He's doing great things. Pro-Trump, blah, blah, blah. Got to do all the little asterisks to this statement beforehand. Got to front load with that. I mean, you can drop it, Trump. The Nobel Peace Prize is meaningless anyway. It's a bunch of
It's not meaningless. You get, $250,000 or something.
Yeah, okay. So for Donald Trump, the multimillionaire, nearly billionaire, it's meaningless anyway. So, I mean, do we need to harp on it? I don't really think that's the best negotiating token to be using for Greenland and whether or not we use peace. But what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's time to excrement or get off the pot with Greenland because I'm getting tired of talking about this.
Either we take it
over.
Either
we take it or we don't. Let's do it. Let's get to it. I'm tired of the pontificating. Let's be about the action.
Cut to the chase here.
Yeah, because I want to know why this is all of a sudden becoming a thing and why it's lasting so long.
I think it's probably because of the threats from allegedly Russia and China in the area that they might.
Well, not China. Because the NATO, everyone but Trump said China's not in the area.
Since the start of his term. We're a year in, and now it's just all of a sudden becoming a thing.
I mean, Trump was talking about Greenland a year ago.
Yeah,
he was talking about Greenland during his campaign a year and a half ago, to be fair.
So then the year that it stopped after he won his campaign, because he talked about it in the first month, jokingly, like it wasn't a serious thing, and then we didn't talk about it until probably these last 2 months. So that's what I'm saying. What is going on?
We were talking about Greenland as a nation.
It was a joke
probably 8 months ago, though.
At the start of his term. And then it disappeared for like 8 months, and now we're back to talking about it. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
What has happened since then that now it's even a bigger top priority?
Big companies want to have access to resources that they
that's
can
what
turn
I'm saying.
a profit
So let's
out
get it
of.
over with then. Let's just take it.
Right. KZRG News Time, 8:15.
Let's get rid of NATO while we're at it, because that's the start of the New World Order. We don't need that.
What are your thoughts? I was seeing some chatter online. What are your thoughts on this idea that Trump starting fights with our allies? You know, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, they are our friends, right?
Are they? What do they provide?
I mean, is friendship solely based off of what you provide?
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah.
You don't have a friend that never provides for you, but you're still their friend?
They're not my friend.
All right. Lucas's friendships are strictly transactional.
Exactly.
And that's it.
What can you provide to me?
I said if he had friends with benefits, then it'd be the same way.
Whoa,
He'd be for
this is a family-friendly show.
I was not talking about something that was not friendly for families.
Tread softly, man.
He was talking about getting benefits from friends so that he would have friends.
I said I don't have friends. You guys are the ones talking about friends with benefits.
I didn't bring it up.
I'm
Steve
a married
did.
man.
Steve. Hey, speaking of adults acting like children, not me, you. Now, apparently, this was kind of interesting, is that Trump has now said he would impose additional 10% tariffs on Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and Finland starting February 1st, increasing it to 25% until an agreement is reached for the purchase of Greenland. So Trump said, unless you sell it to us, you're getting tariffed.
Does this tariff stuff matter if the Supreme Court decides that he has to give all that money back?
No, it doesn't. In fact, if the Supreme Court decides that, I think we're really in trouble.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of money that's going to be clawed back.
Which is just going to turn our debt even worse.
Oh, yeah. And then we're going to have to pay money to an entire committee whose job it will be to figure out how to send that money back and who it goes to. Because that's the big question with the tariff thing is, okay, let's say, hypothetically, let's say cars are tariffed 10% to bring them into the country, right? Most likely, the company is not just eating a 10% fee. Most likely they're charging 10% more when they sell it to the consumer, right?
That's true.
That just seems like just following a line of logic here. So then the question is, okay, well now is Ford Motors going to have to figure out who bought a car and at what tariff rate and reimburse them that money? Or is Ford Motors going to have to take that money and give it back to the government? Does the government keep that? And then the government sends it to who? Back to Finland or to, you know what I mean? Somebody needs to figure out how this works, and that's going to cost a lot of money.
Which then will eat up all the money that they were going to be fighting over.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's a whole thing. Anyway, what are your thoughts on all this? We also had word, by the way, that Norway sent additional troops to Greenland.
All 6 of them? I think it was 12.
Yeah, 12 and a duck boat. Please, show some respect. They also sent in 45 Vikings armed with battle axes and bronze armor as well.
Still more intimidating than anything France could put forward.
France sent Molotov cocktails made out of old wine and stinky cheese.
And some croissants.
Ooh, I love croissants.
They also donated a large supply of white flags, which could be used by the medical staff as bandages.
Gray flags are neutral.
Oh, excuse me, gray. Yeah, even better. KZRG News Time, 8:20. What are your thoughts on all this Greenland talk, though? Leave us an open mic message. We want to know.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
Denmark ramping up its military presence in Greenland, deploying extra troops to the strategic Arctic territory. This in direct response to President Trump saying the U.S. needs total control over Greenland. Are global tensions rising with our allies?
Number 2.
Midterms are just around the corner, which is making Republicans a little bit nervous because Trump's poll numbers are not as strong as the president would like them to be. Trump's approval rating now sits at 42% with a 55% disapproval rating. To put that in perspective, Trump started his second term with over 50% approval rating.
Number 1.
Tonight, Joplin residents, you have a chance to voice your opinion on annexing about 540 acres of land that could turn into a data center. The the prospect that is, has some concern as that it could raise energy prices, while others think it could be a great opportunity for the community. That meeting gets underway tonight at 6 at City Hall at 6th and Main on the 5th floor.
By the way, we got a text at 417-782-1310 from Chris with a correction. If we ever say something that's wrong, please let us know, text us. He said that the cash prize for each Nobel Prize winner is 11 million Swedish kroner, which roughly translates to about $1 million US.
So that's still a drop in the bucket for Trump.
Yeah.
Empty kroner. I don't know how much that one's worth.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk, KZRG.
Lucas Davis with a solid Seinfeld reference there. Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution is most important? Why? We want to know which U.S. amendment to the U.S. Constitution is the most important one and why. Coming up, Kim Commando and technology. What's going on with tech? Chris Plant joining us at 9. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11. Sean Hannity at 2 and Mark Levin at 5. On News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The sun is shining. The temperatures warming back up. Typical January the next couple of days. 48 this afternoon, 49 tomorrow, 45 the high Thursday. Arctic air starts to show up Friday, and then the possibility of some snow, perhaps accumulating snow by Saturday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Tyler's has the carpet you've been looking for, your complete floor covering store.
It's not me, it's you. I realize that we've had some good times, hosted a lot of parties, you stood up to my 3 boys, but after 15 years, I'm starting to think it's time to move on. It's just...
Honey, are you talking to the carpet again?
Maybe?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think it's time to get us an appointment with the chief right now, so he can help you get through this breakup.
Hi, this is Ron, the chief carpetologist at Tyler's Carpet in Neosho. If you know you need to break up with the flooring in your home, we've got years of experience counseling families on how to pick out a perfect quality replacement for you. Give us a call so we can help you every step of the way and give your home that new look and feel you're searching for.
Wow, this place looks great. I really thought this would be harder.
Just needed the right advice.
Tyler's Carpet in Neosho, helping couples with their flooring for over 30 years. And remember, if you need carpet counseling, keep the chief in mind. Carpetologist, that is.
Got a vision in your head? A Pinterest board full of sparkle? Or maybe just a wild idea sketched on a napkin? At Como Jewelry, we love that. Our custom design process lets you dream big and be part of the magic from start to finish. We'll help you create a piece that's 100% you. Come see us in Pittsburgh or at our brand new Joplin location at 3401 North Range Line. Como Jewelry, your jeweler for a lifetime, and your custom creation headquarters.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with a promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found GoodRx. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's GoodRx, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Is General Motors really planning to remove Apple CarPlay and Android Auto from all their new car dashboards? I'm Kim Commando for ExpressVPN. When you're online, you're being tracked. Keep your activity private and secure. Get 4 extra months free at expressvpn.com/Kim. General Motors, makers of Chevrolet, Buick, and Cadillac, want to take over your dashboard screen. They will control the data and all that you hear and see, and they'll charge you for using their new in-car subscription service that you're currently getting for free with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. GM CEO claims their aim is to provide what they call a single integrated system that's safer and, quote, less distracting. Yeah, right. 50% of all new car buyers will not buy a car without CarPlay or Android Auto. So this is one to watch. And if GM is successful, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Ford, and Toyota have let it be known that they'll be close behind. Join almost 1 million folks who get my 5-star rated newsletter every single day. Sign up for free at getkim.com. Ever heard of the audience effect? It's when we change our behavior when we think we're being watched. Well, online, we're always being watched. Your internet provider tracks everything you do, even in private mode. That's why I use ExpressVPN. It's the tool I trust to keep my internet connection protected. With one click, it hides everything I do online and sends it through a secure connection so no one can see or track my online activity. Here's the best part. ExpressVPN works across all your devices, your phone, laptop, tablet, even your smart TV. One subscription protects up to 8 devices, so your whole family stays secure. Don't wait. Protect your family's internet connection today with ExpressVPN. Right now, you can get my special offer of 4 extra months with ExpressVPN. Just go to expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim for 4 extra months of privacy protection. Don't wait. Check it out right now at expressvpn.com/Kim.
Hey, it's Mark Levin with The Mark Levin Show. Be sure to tune in every weekday from 5 to 8 on FM 102.9, 105.9, and AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be sunny today with a high of 48. Mostly clear tonight down to 31. Tomorrow sunny, 48 again. Mostly clear down to 25 on Wednesday night. Thursday mostly sunny with a high of 46 to 48. Then we have an Arctic cold front coming through. The high on Friday only 29 with clouds. Snow likely on Friday night, mainly after midnight. Cloudy with a low down to 8 above. Saturday, a chance of snow. Mostly cloudy and cold with a high of only 16. Then on Saturday night, a chance of snow before midnight, mostly cloudy with the overnight low down to 5 above, back up to 26 with mostly sunny on Sunday, 7 for the low Sunday night, and 35 for the high on Monday. So we've got a possibility of some snow coming. Will it be enough to be the first accumulating snow of an inch or more in Joplin at the airport? We'll find out on Saturday or Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Hey, by the way, speaking of that snowfall, we have a friendly competition running right now with KZRG and Zimmer Marketing, and you are part of this competition, by the way. It's Guess Joplin's First Snowfall. You get to make a guess, and if you are correct, then you get a year of free car washes at Hurricane Car Wash. Here's how it works. Go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the contest page, and if you can guess the date though Joplin will get its first snowfall of at least 1 inch or more. And if you can guess how much snow we actually get on that day, whoever's the closest gets a year's supply of free car washes at Hurricane Car Wash.
Now, there is a time limit on that, though. You can't just do it the day of.
And what's that time limit, Steve?
72 hours.
Mm-hmm. You got to make your guess 72 hours before it happens. So if you wait until Friday night to make the guess and you get a bunch of snow on Friday, doesn't count. 72 hours. So if it is going to, in fact, snow on Friday or Saturday, really, today's the last day you have to guess for a year's supply of free car washes.
So basically what we're saying is go on there today right now and just pick Saturday, because I already told you 3 months ago to do it, and you would have been right then.
That is true.
All right,
And
Smart Alec, what amount are we going to have?
2.5.
2.5 inches, says Lucas.
Book it.
You got to guess the date and how many inches we get. Now, here's the other thing. We're not measuring it off of your front porch or Uncle Joe's porch or Grandma's porch or, oh, well, my mom said her house got this much. No. The Joplin Regional Airport. That is the official marker we're using. Whatever the Joplin Regional Airport says they got in inches of snow, that is what we're using to determine our winner, just so you're aware.
So if you need to go dump a little extra at the regional airport off of your property to make sure you get the guess right, go do it.
But do so sneakily, because the airport security is pretty tense out there.
They've added security as well, so just be careful.
Just for this. We've had many reports of people trying to run out there with fake snow and throw it on there.
Just tell them I sent you.
Coming up after the news, what is the plan for peace in the Middle East? Apparently, the U.S. thinks it's sending more money that way.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
We have a story for you coming up next.
It's a 30-year plan.
Mm-hmm. Good morning.
At 8:31, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk, KZRG. Investigation into church protest in Minnesota.
U.S.-Europe relations closer.
Anti-ICE nationwide protest. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading for a high today of 48. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 8:38. Sun is shining. It's 21 in Neosho, 21 in Pittsburgh, 19 in Baxter Springs, 19 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. And on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. The Justice Department investigating after anti-ICE protesters stormed into a Minnesota church over the weekend, protesting a pastor who works for ICE. Doug Luzader reports.
With protesters who believed one of the pastors at a church in St. Paul had connections to ICE. Lemon defended his actions, saying this in a statement: "It's notable that I've been cast as the face of a protest I was covering as a journalist, especially since I wasn't the only reporter there. That framing is telling. I stand by my reporting." Lemon has said that racism is a part of the ongoing immigration enforcement efforts. He has also said that some of his critics have a sense of entitlement based on white supremacy.
U.S.-Europe relations have never been closer, says Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, despite the dispute over Greenland.
It's a time for cool heads, says Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent.
Relax. I am confident that the leaders will not escalate and that this will work out in a manner that ends up in a very good place for all.
That's despite Germany's finance minister describing as blackmail President Trump's threat to place tariffs on countries who oppose his plan to acquire Greenland. French President Emmanuel Macron has texted President Trump to say, "I do not understand what you are doing on Greenland." They will be among dozens of world leaders in Switzerland this week at the World Economic Forum. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Anti-ICE protesters taking to the streets all across the country.
The Free America Walkout is asking Americans to walk out of school and work today in protest of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. The Women's March is the main organizer, having also been behind the massive nationwide protest the day after President Trump's first inauguration in 2017. Protests and walkouts are scheduled across the country to mark the one-year anniversary of the president's second inauguration. The administration has aggressively defended its ICE operations, arguing the Department of Homeland Security is making America safer by getting dangerous criminals off the streets. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
Sunshine, 19, 8:34. News Talk, KZRG.
Word of a probable AI data center being built in Joplin has caused an uproar online. Mayor Keenan Cortez says no decision has been made.
I would like for everybody to just take a deep breath for a minute. Let's calm down. We haven't had a public hearing yet. I've heard from a lot of people, and I've gotten a lot of emails, and I've tried to read many of them, but we haven't heard from everybody. We've got some people coming into town that's going to talk to us about stuff. The landowner is going to come and talk to us about stuff. I'm sure we're going to have citizens come and talk to us about things. Let's have the conversation before we make decisions on, which camp we're going to get in.
Make your voice heard at the public hearing tonight at 6 p.m. at City Hall.
The Show Me State took home the top beer brewing prize in D.C. this week.
Republican U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt and Democratic U.S. Congressman Wesley Bell teamed up to win the Brew Democracy Cup with their creation, Arch Light Lager. The event, sponsored by Anheuser-Busch, paired political rivals to craft unique recipes. Congressman Bell, when asked about the friendly competition, said this is what bipartisanship is supposed to be about. Senator Schmidt said, "Greatest day of my life. We brewed the greatest beer in America. Couldn't have done it without Wesley Bell." A rare moment of cheers on Capitol Hill, proving that even in a divided Congress, everyone can agree on a good Missouri brew. Ethan Thomas, News Talk KZRG.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 19, 835, News Talk KZRG.
Missouri Governor Mike Keogh's proposed a $54.5 billion state budget for the coming fiscal year. Keogh says it's time for Missouri's budget to return to pre-COVID levels.
Since fiscal year 22, over 3,400 new budget items have been added at the cost of nearly $13 billion in new general revenue spending. This does not include federal dollars. All of this demonstrates the historic imbalance we now must fix. Government has clearly grown too large.
Keogh says he signed Government Great, an executive order that brings Missouri businesses, leaders, and state staff together to recommend ways to streamline government, cut waste, and improve accountability.
The TV show Star Search returns with a twist.
Star Search is back, and they are doing it live on Netflix beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern. The 5-week event will air new episodes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Anthony Anderson hosts with Jelly Roll, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Chrissy Teigen serving as judges on the show, which originally ran between 1983 and 1995 and was hosted by Ed McMahon.
But the most important judge is you.
Vote in real time for your favorite stars as they compete head-to-head.
It will feature singers, dancers, comedians, and magicians battling it out to become the next star. The original show saw several stars perform before they became famous, like Beyonce, Britney Spears, and Dave Chappelle. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In the college football playoffs, the national title was decided last night with number 1 ranked Indiana beating number 10 ranked Miami 27-21. The Hoosiers finished the season a perfect 16-0 on the way to their first national title. In NBA action, the OKC Thunder beat Cleveland 136-104. The Thunder are 36-8 on the year. In prep basketball, the Carl Junction boys beat Lighthouse Senior 72-34. The Monette boys beat McCauley 50-32. The Kickapoo girls beat Carthage 66-18. Glendale beat the Joplin girls 46-24. And the Liberal girls beat Thomas Jefferson 46-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news, the 9 o'clock breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The sun is shining, the temperatures warming back up. Typical January the next couple of days. 48 this afternoon, 49 tomorrow. 45 the high Thursday. Arctic air starts to show up Friday, and then the possibility of some snow, perhaps accumulating snow by Saturday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Nothing showing precipitation-wise this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. Lots of sunshine. It's 21 in Neosho, 21 in Pittsburgh, 19 in Carl Junction, 19 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:39.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they got what you need there.
For generations, our families have serviced customers. Hinkle's Department Store in downtown Macomb, Illinois, Lee's Grocery in Cape Girardeau, Grand Country Homeworks in Grove, and for the past several decades, Hinkle's Ace Hardware. We've grown up understanding the power of a helping hand with the simple belief, service comes first.
And that commitment to being truly helpful is exactly why I decided to join the family business. Hi, this is Colton Hinkle, the second generation carrying on the legacy of Hinkle's Ace Hardware. For 20 years, my parents have built on our family foundation, watching families grow up just like ours.
Our stores are more than hardware. They're a neighborhood tradition built on trust and excellent customer service. We know the products, we know our community, and we know exactly how to help you get the job done right. Hinkle's Ace Hardware in Webb City and Joplin, your locally owned hardware store with neighbors helping neighbors.
Neighbors helping neighbors, Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
The Joplin area is a beautiful place. We are surrounded by the hills of the Ozarks, picturesque waterfalls, and neighbors who make the area special. And for all the beauty that surrounds us, the very ground under our feet is terrible. I'm Blake with Firm Foundation Repair, and unfortunately in our area, it's very common to have settlement issues with your home. You may notice a crack in the sheetrock, foundation, or uneven floors, and those small issues today can become a huge headache tomorrow. At Firm Foundation Repair, we can help you save your home, and we can do it for the best prices around. Because just like you, we live here too. We don't have a CEO to try to pay in another state, and we aren't hauling in equipment from hours away. So with Firm Foundation Repair, you can trust a local crew to do it right for the best price. If you've noticed your home has shifted, your floors are sagging, or you have a leaky basement, get started at foundations-firm.com. We're Southwest Missouri boys with Southwest Missouri pricing, built on trust and known for strength. That's Firm Foundation.
Dr. Collins & Associates are Missouri licensed general dentists. They are not licensed in Missouri as specialists in the advertised dental specialty of prosthodontics.
There's an old saying that claims patience is the companion of wisdom, and many times that's true. But not when it comes to your new dentures. You've waited long enough to eat your favorite foods. You haven't smiled with your teeth in years. The wait is over when you go with Mid-America Dental Center. They are the pioneers of same-day service, so you can walk away with your new smile the same day. No waiting for days or weeks on your dentures. No extra days off of work. You waited long enough. Get started today at midamericadental.com and learn how you can walk away with same-day dentures.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, exit 44, and at midamericadental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Our best for less in a day at Dental Center.
Does your daily life leave you thirsty for more? Does your wallet screech in pain when you attempt to quench that thirst? Professor Pennypincher here, reminding you to make this the year that you live your best life for the best price, thanks to the Zimmer Coffee Card and the Show Me State Beer Card. Each offer your favorite drinks for just $1 from area shops, bars, and restaurants. With a Zimmer Coffee Card, your morning mocha or afternoon pick-me-up latte is no burden at all. With your Zimmer Coffee Card, your specialty coffees are only $1 from 19 participating area coffee shops. And with the Show Me State Beer Card, you can get 2 beers for just $1 each from 23 area watering holes. Each card is only $20 and on sale now. Grab both at newstalkkzrg.com. Quench your thirst, live your best life, and save money with the Zimmer Coffee Card and the Show Me State Beer Card. Buy yours now for only $20 each at newstalkkzrg.com.
Hey, it's Chris Plant. Be sure to tune in to FM 102.9, AM 1310 every weekday from 9 to 11 for breaking news, commentary, and politics. News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Going to be sunny today. We're expecting a high of 48. It'll be mostly clear down to 31 for the overnight low tonight. And then tomorrow, sunny, 48. Mostly clear, 25 for Wednesday night. Thursday, the last warm day of the week, it's going to be mostly sunny with a high near 48. Then down to 22 for Thursday night. The high on Friday, only 29 with cloudy. Friday night, snow likely, mainly after midnight. Cloudy with the overnight low down to 8 above. Saturday, We've got a chance of snow all day Saturday, mostly cloudy and cold, high of only 16. Saturday night, a chance of snow before midnight, mostly cloudy with the overnight low of 5 above. Mostly sunny, 26 on Sunday. And according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith, we're going to go back to sunshine above freezing on Monday, up to 35.
Well, there is a proposed board of peace that Donald Trump had proposed as a part of the Gaza ceasefire dealio. And the goal of this international board of peace is to oversee the next steps in rebuilding Gaza. Now, as part of this board of peace, international government organizations will get a 3-year appointment. They will be appointed to the board for 3 years, do their thing, and then new board members will be appointed. The new news we have for you this morning is, according to insiders, there is going to be another tract that governments can get on the Board of Peace. KZRG News Time 8:45, by the way. And that is a $1 billion individual national contribution to secure a seat at the Board of Peace table at the joint aim of resolving conflicts forever. You can either, a nation can be a part of the board for free for 3 years, or they could pay $1 billion and be a part of the board indefinitely, forever and ever.
Amen.
And the fee that secures this permanent membership will apparently go towards rebuilding Gaza.
Interesting.
Because, yes, the first $10 trillion that we have sent to the Middle East since the year 2000 wasn't enough to rebuild Gaza, wasn't enough to bring peace to the Middle East. Mm-hmm. We need to send more money there.
That's because it all got destroyed.
That'll do the trick, I think.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first trillion, no good. This next trillion, though, whew, it's going to go far. Trust me.
It's going to be huge.
Huge. Peace is just around the corner in the Middle East. Guarantee it, he said sarcastically. What are your thoughts on all this? This idea of this $1 billion pay-to-play fee indefinitely with the money of reportedly going to rebuilding Gaza.
I'm just kind of curious as to if somebody will actually do it. I don't have a good feeling that somebody's actually going to pony up the $1 billion.
And apparently there's a list of countries that have been given, again, this according to an insider, a list of countries have been given this invitation. That list reportedly includes Australia, the nation of Jordan, Greece, Cyprus, Pakistan, Canada, Turkey, Egypt, Paraguay, Argentina, Albania, that's the list of countries that apparently have been given this $1 billion invitation. No word as to if any of them have accepted it.
But I will say that most of those countries, if not all of them, do have the capability of giving that much, but just whether they actually would, that's a different story.
Yeah. Now, the executive board of appointees for this Board of Peace for Gaza apparently already includes U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner, which, I'm sorry, do you remember Trump's first term when Jared Kushner was in charge of bringing peace to the Middle East?
Well, it took a little while longer.
I don't know if he was able to turn the trick.
Probably day 1,254,332.
Maybe. Other members of this board include former United Kingdom Prime Minister Tony Blair, Apollo Global Management CEO Mark Rowan, and World Bank President Ajay Banga, along with Robert Gabriel, who is the U.S. Deputy of National Security Advisor.
Now, if successful, the Board of Peace could have a global footprint and become a potential rival to the United Nations Security Council. That's the most powerful body of the global entity created in the wake of World War II.
I don't really think it's going to have a chance of doing that, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. If Trump's pushing it, it might happen.
Yeah, well, Truth Social was supposed to be the next big social media platform, and I think we've all seen that it really isn't.
Well, that's the truth.
What are your thoughts, though, on this $1 billion contribution with money going toward rebuilding Gaza?
I think it's a big idea. I really do.
It is an idea. That is true.
And I hope that somebody takes him up on the offer and gives the $1 billion.
What are your thoughts? I mean, does the Middle East need another $1 billion? I mean, like at this point, at what point do we as a global community go, hey, guys, you're cut off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The United States has spent $10 trillion something since 2000 in the Middle East. Now, a lot of that was for military contractors, bombs, guns, soldiers. A lot of that was because of a war that we had going on forever and ever and ever.
Amen.
But, I mean, seriously, at what point does the global community go, no, this isn't working? Clearly, money is not doing the trick. And where is all that money going to anyway to begin with? And now we're going to have countries spend even more money there for what? To build a house that we can spend money to bomb later?
That's the big question. That's the billion-dollar question, because in the past, they spent all this money rebuilding it.
Just to spend money to destroy it.
Well, it ended up, a lot of that money got siphoned off to build tunnels underneath the ground so that they could hide their war products and hide their soldiers in the tunnels.
Yeah, totally. You're totally right.
Only to have to be bombed to oblivion.
Right. Again, exactly. That's exactly right, which is my point. So why keep giving the Middle East money? I mean, honest question. If the other wealth, first off, it's not like all of the Middle East is third world. There's a lot of first world countries in the Middle East.
I mean, in one of the countries,
none of them have any interest in helping.
Yeah, one of those countries actually gave the U.S. government a new plane that could be used for Air Force One at some point if they wanted to.
Yeah, and I'm sure that plane is definitely not plugged with a bunch of spyware. Hint,
Would
wink,
they
wink.
do that?
No, of course not. Hey, here's a free plane that we built with our laboratories without announcing it to anyone. Don't worry, we didn't put anything suspicious in it.
The plane was originally built in the United States, but they've had it for a while, so yeah, they could have added their stuff.
What are your thoughts, though, on the idea of spending or just giving the Middle East more money? We want to hear it. Leave us an open mic message or text us at 417-782-1310. Do you see value in sending more money there? Do you think it's time to cut it off? Do you think it's time to make the other wealthy Middle East nations start paying their fair share to rebuild their portion of the world? Or do you like the idea that the U.S. is so influential in that area, so that way we get to have final say because it's our money? Are you fine with that strategy? What are your thoughts, though? We want to hear them. Text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Hey, Denmark ramped up its military presence in Greenland, deploying extra troops to the strategic Arctic territory. This is in direct response to President Trump saying the U.S. needs total control over Greenland. Are global tensions rising with our allies?
Number 2.
Midterms just around the corner. That's making Republicans a little bit nervous because Trump's poll numbers are not as strong as the president would like them to be. Trump's approval rating sitting at 42% with a 55% disapproval rating. Now, to put that into perspective, Trump started his second term off with over 50% approval rating.
Number 1.
Tonight, Joplin residents, you have a chance to voice your opinion on annexing about 540 acres of land that could turn into a data center. The prospect has some concern that it could raise energy prices, while others think it would be a great opportunity for the community. That meeting gets underway tonight at 6 at Joplin's City Hall, 6th and Main in downtown Joplin, 5th floor.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution do you think is the most important one? Why? We want to know. Go to KZRG Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. Which amendment is the most important one to our Constitution and why? Coming up, Chris Plant joining us at 9, just after the show here. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. They'll be in at 11. Sean Hannity at 2 and Mark Levin at 5 on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The sun is shining. The temperatures warming back up. Typical January the next couple of days. 48 this afternoon, 49 tomorrow, 45 the high Thursday. Arctic air starts